Fix your
Oh.
language.
Nokia is also the cat on Curious George.
I'm from the fucking Midwest.
So am I.
Oh.
That's why I try to say things right. I think I grew up saying all the things wrong. So it took me literally forever to realize it was epitome and not epitome, because I had only read it. So I was like, yeah. I'm like, oh, this is the epitome of that. And they're like, epitome? Do you mean epitome? I was like,
Yeah.
yes, I also do know that word, and I'm saying them incorrectly. Yes.
Nope. I live in Nebraska, so we have a majority Irish. So.
No way, what part of
Italians-
Nebraska?
I live in Elkhorn currently.
Okay. My girlfriend's family is from Lincoln, or well, actually Seward.
Yeah. I went to Lincoln for college.
It seems like that's one of the few places in that state that have that.
Hello, everyone.
Excuse me.
Hello,
what's up,
howdy.
Dan?
How's it going?
Going good.
Damn, right?
So much better now that you're here. You think you'll get tired of hearing that every week?
Yes.
3 weeks passed when he was tired of hearing.
Yeah, just settling in. It looks like we're down a player this week.
That's what it sounds like.
So I guess everyone's here. Are we ready to get going?
Oh yeah.
Alright. So
Wait, it wasn't me who was supposed to be scribe.
Marcus, you were scribe last week, yes.
My bad. I totally forgot.
Did you
I know what happened. I know what happened.
You still have the notes?
I have some notes.
Alright, so just put a placeholder there so you can post it later.
Right.
And Ophelia, it would be your turn this week if you're okay with that.
Oh, I'm definitely okay. I like the free inspirations.
Okay. So yeah, Marcus, like I said, just put a placeholder and then just you can add it in like a little later.
Yeah, I will.
Alright, cool. So Marcus, do you want to give us a quick recap of last week?
Sure. Well, we got done talking to Shock, and that was when Ophelia left to help all the villagers and anyone who needed help. So, me and Clank went to see the mayor, see if she had any work for us or anything to do. And upon our arrival, we met up with a pale-looking elf fellow with swords on his back and arguing with a few guards about some orcs he brought in. We were able to convince him to spare the orcs for now, and we learned that this elf's name was it Galwari? I think it was, or Galawari.
I think it was Galwari, right?
Galawari.
Oh,
Yeah, we were calling him Gale for short.
Or Gale.
Okay,
yeah.
Gale.
Galwari.
Yeah, we met up with him. We convinced him to come with us to meet the mayor, but turned out the mayor was busy, so we met the captain of the guard, I think, and he said they weren't really. I think it was we didn't really need. He didn't really need much. He just wanted us to, I guess, chill or whatever. But he said that I can join some of their patrols or routes, so I did, and we left, and that was when I think it cut to Ophelia, and then she met with Elduin while she was taking care of this old man and his daughter. They met up, they introduced themselves, and then they went and healed this old man's daughter. And then I think that's when they left, and she met up with this guy claiming to be from the Blood Hands. wanting to speak with the Holy Trinity later that evening, if possible, and she convinced him to meet us at the town square at night. So, and then we met back up and exchanged acquaintances with each other, or exchanged hellos. That was when we heard a ruckus. At the far end of the town. Everyone was going there to meet or see something that was going on. So we followed them, and we found another guy who was a tiefling. What was his name?
That
Chester.
was.
I just wrote
Um,
tiefling.
that was Carrion, I believe.
Carrion. Okay.
Ah, yes. Here.
Carrion. And he brought back a little boy who looks like who had been burned and exhausted. And he said that there was a farm being raided like several miles out of the town. So we decided to go over there and stop the raid. And we did. We went to the farm and we fought them off. And there was an ogre, and we saved the people from the fiery building. And yeah, and right now I think, are we out of combat? I think we're at, or one guy's running away. But
No,
yeah.
you're out of combat.
down.
I believe
Okay.
I believe. Oh wait, are you still fighting? I thought you.
I think we got that one last hobgoblin there.
Yeah,
We
it's
struck him
just the
down.
He's
last
being
one.
grappled.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, there is one guy where he's being grappled by Elduin.
Okay. I forgot about him. All right, so I guess you
Yeah,
were still in combat. So Ophelia, what do you want to do?
I am. So is he still fighting us?
He still has his sword and shield. He hasn't given up yet. I think he was just grabbed by someone.
All right. Well, I am going to run up on him, and I guess just strike him and try to knock him out with my mace.
All right. So you rush up as someone is grabbing him. Go ahead and move into position.
Oh.
But no, 6 will not strike him, even with the flank. So he would put up his shield and block. Anything else?
That's it.
Alright, so the Hobgoblin, things aren't looking good for him. He is gonna keep fighting at this point. He turns towards Elduin and tries to stab you with his longsword. But 8 will not be enough, and you are missed. Carrion, I'll say he's taking care of the people. Gale, what do you want to do?
Because I made the clutch medical save last time. I think I had the father, right?
Yeah, you did CPR and saved him.
All right. If he's in a stable condition, I want to move over to here, take a look at everything, see that the last hobgoblin is still up. I'll shout out. What's the plan here? You want that one down?
Take him alive.
Just kill him.
Conflicting plans here. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna pull out my crossbow, and I just want to make an attempt to shoot at his legs.
Alright, so you can't do subdual damage with ranged weapons, unfortunately. So if you shoot him, he could die from it.
Okay. I moved from. Let's check my distance.
He does seem pretty wounded right now. He's got a couple of cuts and he's bleeding.
Okay. From there, 35, so I'd be just out of range.
Try to burn people alive.
Try to burn people. I always like at least keeping
He
one
ain't wrong.
alive. How he's looking rough.
Oh yeah, he's
Yeah.
definitely wounded.
All right, then I'll just put the crossbow away and just. I'm gonna keep tending to the wounded.
All right.
And I'll just
got
back
him.
over.
Elduin. Are you there?
Your thing's lighting up, but we don't hear anything.
Are you muted? I don't think I've heard Elduin talk yet.
Yeah, we don't. It doesn't have the muted sign. Just we don't
No,
hear
and
anything.
it keeps lighting up green like we should
Yeah.
be able to hear.
Yeah.
Maybe reconnect to, if you can hear us, maybe reconnect to Discord.
Oh no, he's
Hear us.
gone.
Can you hear me now?
He's
Yes.
We hear
Now
you.
we can hear you.
So, seeing that the hobgoblin's not doing, Elduin's gonna try to do his best to kill him and try to interrogate him. I want to try to knock him out unconscious.
Alright, so you can do that with a melee attack. If you hit him and do enough damage, you can choose to knock him unconscious rather than do lethal.
Okay, so yeah, I'll just like do a regular attack then.
Alright, so you take a swing. What sort of weapon do you have again?
A great axe.
Okay, so you try to hit him with the blunt of your axe, maybe. Oh, and 20 will indeed hit. So go ahead and give me a damage roll. And you said you want to do subdual?
Yes.
Alright, so you slam your axe into the side of his helmet, and he spins around, falling over unconscious. And the fight is ended. So no one's in danger, so yeah, the fight can end here.
Woohoo!
Yeah, everyone is wounded or subdued. What does the group want to do?
Wait, come bring a rope over so we can tie him up.
I'll hold him down.
Oh, he's very unconscious. You probably don't need to hold him.
Are the daughter? Was it a daughter and the husband, right?
Daughter, mother, and the husband. Yeah, they're all kind of. Well, the husband's unconscious. The mother and the daughter are just kind of laying together, crying.
Yeah. I guess the best place to bring them would be back into town. I mean, better than their burning homestead.
What do the condition of them? Do they look hurt, or especially the father? Does he look like, I don't know, severely hurt?
He's stable, but
Yeah, he's
pretty
unconscious, unconscious and stable, exhausted. He's not doing well, but he'll live as long as he gets some attention.
Okay.
If I cast a healing spell on him, would that heal him? And get him back up?
No, it's not a damage issue now. It's just exhaustion.
Okay.
So he just needs to rest. It's basically like subdual damage and a combination of that and exhaustion levels.
I want to check out this barn.
All
See,
right.
Make sure there's nobody else in there.
So the house is going to continue burning.
I don't think there's much we can do about that.
Yeah.
No, none of us have anything.
Clank. So the barn has some animals. It's got hay. It's got like supplies. Give me. I guess you're gonna go in and look around a bit. Give me a perception check. And while he's doing this, what is everyone else doing?
I see
I'll-
Clank kind of going off, and I want to follow.
I'll go to the ladies, or is it the daughter and mother?
Yeah.
Right. I'll go up to them and I'll just sincerely be, I'm sorry, miladies, that we couldn't save your home. We didn't make it in time, but luckily we we're able to eliminate them, make sure they can't do this again to anyone else.
She would nod with tears in her eyes and say, "Thank you. I know you did everything you could."
Yes, me and my companions will safely bring you back to Chaur. Do not worry,
She
including
says,
your husband.
"Wait, did you find my son? I think he ran away before we were captured. Is he all right?"
Yes, your son is back at Chaur. He ran all the way. Did he run all the way there? I think Carrion just found him.
Yeah,
Passed
Carrion
out.
found him.
Yeah, he ran like 2 miles, I guess. So
Oh.
He's safe at Chaur.
Thank the
Yeah.
gods. Thank you. Thank you. And thank you for saving us. If you had not showed up, we would have perished in the fire.
it is no problem at all. We are here to help, and I promise you, we will put these bandits to justice.
She nods.
We are just going to check around. Do you know if there are any supplies or anything that you guys want to in the barn that you guys need, or anything that might be useful for us?
Oh, I mean, we have some farming tools. You're welcome to anything you find. I'm sure my husband would be fine to reward you however we could. But I don't know if we have anything for someone like you, a warrior or a mercenary.
Understand? Do you guys need us to take anything, or do you
Leave
need anything
animals, take animals.
like any sheep, I guess, or cows?
Livestock on their own,
I
easy food.
I think yes, we should take them back to the city. But for now, I think we should just get there and get someplace safe.
Understandable.
Yes. So Ophelia, you went into the barn with Clank. What about Gale? What are you doing?
Can I go to the ogre and is there anything useful off of it that like I could benefit from?
So he doesn't have much on him. He's got the tree trunk like laying next to his body. He's got a couple of like sacks tied to his belt. If you want to go through those.
Yeah. But I was more specifically talking about like his materials. Like personal.
You mean like ogre
Photos
body
of his
parts?
wife.
Produce of the body.
Like
So yeah, I mean ogre
You never know
um,
what could come in use in handy for alchemy.
I think ogres are types of giants. Do you have alchemy?
Yeah, I'm proficient in alchemy and
Yes.
I have alchemist supplies.
Right. So give me an alchemy check.
Which would be
You just click on the tool, and if it asks you, you can use probably intelligence or wisdom, your choice.
I would probably do intelligence. Alchemist supplies.
Now, do you have a
It's just
vial to put the ogre essence in?
Let me look.
If you have an alchemy kit, that comes with 3 vials. But one
Yeah,
thing,
I have-
are
Did
Yeah,
you,
I
we
have
use the potion? Healing potion at some point?
Yeah, I have alchemist supplies, so I would have a vial.
Cool.
yeah, you
So it's
well, you would,
1d20 plus 2 plus my intelligence.
yeah, and I think if you click on it in the sheet, it should give you the option of rolling.
Yeah,
Or actually, you're
useful.
using Beyond, right?
Yeah, but I figured it out.
Okay, good. I know there's a way of doing it in Beyond. I know how to do it in Roll20. But there is, a way to do it in Beyond as well. So yeah, an alchemy kit comes with 3 vials generally. If you want more, it's generally a good idea to pick them up because essence usually want to keep separated. So you would use one of your vials and you would get, let's see, what's ogre? 20 gold pieces of ogre essence.
Nice.
20
Alright.
gold pieces worth. which can be used for certain nature recipes as well as forging certain magical items. It can be refined into nature components as well. It just usually takes a day and has a cost to it, so you lose some of the value depending on how well you rolled.
All right. Can be turned into.
Yeah, it's under the my optional rules for crafting. Essences can be refined into components, which can be used to cast spells or create magical items. They can also be used. They're also required for certain more specialized, like potions and magical items.
Yeah. I'm just thinking for the future with the route that I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
No, that's fine.
Collect them all.
Yeah.
They're like
And then you
Pokemon.
said he had bags on him. Should I go through those?
Yeah. So the bags are kind of filled with some kind of gross stuff. A bunch of rocks, some kind of feces, you think. There is a pile or a bunch of coins mixed in. They're kind of dirty, though. You'd probably get about 10 gold pieces off of him.
Better than nothing.
Yeah. Maybe, like, run some water over them. Marcus, or I guess, sorry, not Marcus, Elduin, are you doing anything?
I'm gonna tie up the hobgoblin.
Okay. Do you have any rope?
I do have hempen rope, if that counts.
Yeah, so you can spend 10 feet of your rope to tie him up if you want.
All right.
So you are you tying up, like, hog tying him, or just tying his hands, or?
I'm gonna hog tie him.
Okay. So
Yeah.
you get him nice and tied up, and I guess Elduin, your thing would probably take the least amount of, or not Elduin, Gale, your thing would take the least amount of time. Is there anything else you want to do? You see, the two of your allies went in the barn. Your other ally is over here, kind of tying this guy up.
Yeah, I'll just take time to do what I was doing. It's fine. I'd rather be careful and not try to waste any of the ingredients.
Okay.
So,
And what about
let everyone
you?
else do their thing.
Yeah. What about you, Marcus?
Are there anything on the orcs around? Like, can I just search the orcs, see if they have anything?
Yeah, so if you search the rest of the bodies, the orcs have great axes as well as hide armor. Among them, they would have about 8 gold pieces in their supplies. The other hobgoblin has chainmail, a shield, a sword, a longbow, arrows, and he has 10 gold pieces on him.
Oh, so in total 18?
Yeah.
All right. I'll also take, I guess, the chainmail, and the longbow.
Okay, so you
Okay.
start taking the chainmail off him?
Yep.
Sure. So Clank, you and Ophelia look around the the barn. There are animals
I
in
need to roll
here.
perception.
Yeah, sure, you can roll perception.
Okay. And then I think, like Clank also said, we're also looking for like clues as to why they would have been attacking this specific farmstead.
Ooh, nice.
So
Or if they were just, oh.
there's a lot of broken stuff in here. It looks like the ogre was just throwing things around, maybe. But you can do an investigation if you want, see if there's any clues.
Oh, yeah?
But no, you probably, let's see, with a 25, you would notice the hay looks a little bit odd in one of the corners of the barn. Investigation might reveal more.
I'm gonna cast guidance first. Do you need me to link it or no?
Yeah, sure, you can link it. Just to remember it's in the log.
Yeah. And then you said
You can do it.
Okay. So yeah, you're looking at the hay here, but you can't really. You're not sure why it's like this. You can't really make heads or tails of it. And Clank, you don't really find much just broadly investigating the barn.
Yeah.
Can I point it out to Clank and have Clank just investigate that there? Or is it...
Sure.
Can you not roll it? Okay. Clank, come look at this. I don't know why, but like this just looks weird. I don't know why. Can you come check out this pile of hay here?
Can I use my mage hand to kind of fluff the hay around everywhere?
Yeah, but you need investigation to learn more.
I'm gonna
Ah!
cast guidance. Oh, not that it matters.
9.
Not getting the rolls today.
No, you can't really make much of it. You just kind of shrug. Just seems strange to you. Yeah, unfortunately, it doesn't seem like
Clank,
there's much going on in the barn.
Do we tell the rest of the party about this? You think it's just worthless?
I don't. It's just hay.
Okay. Say it's just hay. I agree.
All right,
Well,
so
But animals,
I think-
we should take animals back. They die here.
I thought I
They're easy
overheard
food.
them. I thought I overheard them saying, can I see if there's like a cart or something somewhere?
there is a cart back here. You would guess the farmer uses this to bring his supplies into town. It's like a small wagon, basically.
Okay, yeah. I'm going to prep that and bring it out of the barn.
Okay. So you come out with the wagon. You would see Marcus stripping the hobgoblin over here of his chainmail at the moment. He sort of nods at you as you're pulling this wagon out.
Marcus, you want to load up anything over here? I think we should at least... Do you think we can get rid of the bodies to help the people out so they don't have to come back to their farm and see all this and clean it up themselves? They've already had a rough day.
We can throw them in the house and let them burn.
That's a great plan.
Yeah. And we can. Do you want to load the bodies on the cart? Like the old man? No, not the bodies. The unconscious orc and the old man.
You want to...
Good idea.
Do you want to use the cart first to help carry all the dead bodies into the house, and then we can load it up with armor and load the hobgoblin and the man after?
We can probably just pick up and throw the orcs in there, but the ogre is the one that's going to be the problem.
Yeah, the ogre
the
looks
ogre-
like he's probably like 800 or maybe 1,000 pounds. It's probably going to be tough to bring him in there.
Fertilizer and dog food.
That can work. Yeah. Well, let's just. Do you want to just pack everything on that cart?
And you would see Gale is very meticulously getting essence off this ogre with his alchemy kit.
And I'll just yell over to Elduin and Gale. You guys want to throw the bodies in the house and let them burn?
Elder,
Might as well.
Yeah.
we may as well.
It's the least we can do for the family.
Yep.
Well,
So, did you guys find anything in the barn that's worth anything?
Well, this is going to sound really weird, but some suspicious looking hay, but that's it.
Oh,
We couldn't find anything in it.
did you
You
look
can
under
look
the hay?
if you want.
Did you look under the hay?
Oh, that would have been a good
No.
idea.
They did look under the hay.
Oh, you did.
Or your
Well,
mage
what-
hand.
You
What was
were
under-
you were investigating the hay, but you couldn't figure out what was
Well-
going on with it.
Did you try eating it?
Well, I
Maybe
can let
what-
you do that if you wanted to try it.
No thanks.
I'll take a look. Once I'm done cutting everything up, I'll go and take a look at the hay because investigation.
Yeah, it would
Just,
be an
hey, why not?
investigation roll.
All right, I have advantage on those.
If
19.
oh wow,
So
Hey.
you also when they pointed it out, you do also think it looks a little strange how the hay is. Taking a closer look, you are able to figure out that there is a kind of a small stone, I guess, square underneath that can be lifted up. And do you want to look inside?
I'll pull out my crossbow, just to be ready, and I'll kind of peek in the hatch.
Okay. So underneath is a cloth pouch with 15 gold pieces in it. Probably the farmer's stash.
Yeah, I'll pick it up, and I'll give the hatch like one more once over, just to make sure that there's nothing else in there.
Now it looks like maybe the farmer was just using this to hide his money.
All right, I'll take that. I'll show it to Ophelia and Clank, and then I'll walk over to the other side of the house, where the wife and daughter are. I'll look to them, and I'll hand them the pouch. This is yours, and it should help you get back on your feet after all this. And for any cattle that remains, I recommend selling it off.
She
Uh,
says,
You
"Oh,
could get more coin.
yes, this is my husband's stash. I guess you found it in the barn.
Yes.
Thank you. I had forgotten all about it. With all that's been going on. Yes, I'll definitely take this with us, and the animals too, if we can."
Yeah.
And as a sympathy, I say, you guys might need a little bit more to get back on your feet. So just praise Paylor as I give 5 more gold out of my own pocket.
She says, "Oh, please, no, that's okay. You all have already done too much. I couldn't take your money as well."
Oh, no, I insist. It's the least we can do. You guys have been through the injuries. We're just here to help, and it's the least I could do to help.
I don't know her well enough yet, but I feel like she's going to constantly pester you until you take it.
Oh, all right. Thank you. I will treasure this, and I will tell everyone of the great deeds you all have done for us. What is your name or your names?
We're the
I
Holy
am-
Six Trinity.
Oh, you're not the Holy Trinity anymore.
We got 6 now. And I was like, yeah, we have 6 now.
Sexternity?
Sexternity.
Sexternity.
Should I change your name officially? I have you as the Holy Trinity.
Sexternity just doesn't sound right, peeps. Just
Well, it's like an
I bet we'll get a-
oxymoron.
I bet we'll get a few more views.
Yeah.
I say just keep it Trinity, just keep it simple.
Well, thank you, friends.
Okay.
As I said, I will be forever in your debt.
Yep.
And actually, around this point, you would hear a bunch of horses kind of riding up as you see the town guard seem to have mobilized and are approaching the house. They have crossbows and spears, but then they see it's your group, and they sort of calm a little. They ride up and say, "Trinity, it's good to see you all are alive and well. Is everything under control here?"
Yes, we've been able to handle the orcs and this ogre over there, and I point to the dead ogre. But we have survivors. Seems like the family is doing all right.
Looks at the ogre and he's like, "Oh, gods. Well done. I'm glad you were able to deal with such a beast."
We also have
Yes.
a captive here.
We're going to be bringing him back to town with the cart if you guys wanted to help escort us back.
Says, "Of course. Guards, take this one." And they come up and grab the hobgoblin who's unconscious and kind of throw him over one of the horses. Says, "He'll be brought back to town and put in the stockades." Or what would it be?
Alright.
I guess the jail. Just the jail, not the stockades.
Mm-hmm.
He says,
Maybe we can get some labor out of him.
Maybe. Let's get this house fire out if we can. Men, go use the well quickly." And they all start running towards the well. Though the
okay.
house is
There's
mostly
not their
burned down at
bodies.
this point.
I was going to say now their houses, they put it out, there's just a bunch of dead bodies inside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't mess with us.
Throw you in.
Eldwin just kind of helps the guards too and takes the pail to put out the fire.
Alright, so you run over and try to help with that. The guard who seems to be in charge says, "We can probably handle the rest of this, get the farmers back to town, and help with getting everything sorted if you want to head back to Chaur. But if you wish to stay and help us, of course, that would be welcomed as well."
I'll be glad to help at least.
I'll
Just tell
stay
me
as
what to
help
do.
as well.
All right. So you kind of help them
Okay.
get everything sorted. They do finally get the house out after maybe like an hour or so. They help get the animals all sorted, bringing them and whatever supplies are left back to town. Uh, is it only the afternoon? I thought it was evening for some reason.
Uh,
We've
I
done
guess-
a lot in a short period of time.
I guess it's
Yeah.
still early. All right, so probably that would be happening, and the group would get back to town around maybe 2 in the afternoon.
Just as a role-playing side aspect, before we leave, I kind of turn and just say a prayer for all the lost lives.
Okay. So you take a moment to pray to Paylor.
also,
yeah.
are we walking back now or just like with the
Well,
guards?
unless anyone wants to do anything else before, I was just going to pass time until you finish this and head back.
Well, I guess I'll walk up to the captain or the leader of the guard. I kind of have a question. I ask him, "Hey, I was just wondering why would people still be on the outside of Char if it's so dangerous with all the bands around? I would think that everyone would go into Char by now."
He says people
Other-
don't want to lose their houses, I would guess, but I mean, as you can see, it's not worth the risk. I wouldn't know, you'd have to ask them, but most of the people came to Char when the warning went out. I'm guessing some people didn't want to abandon their homes for fear that, they'd lose everything. Maybe they thought they could fight off the bandits.
All right. Do you think there are other farms around? Like people who are just living in isolation?
I mean, it's possible. We haven't had the time to go and check every farm in the area, so it's definitely possible. I believe most of them have been accounted for in town. We would have to check the records again.
Okay.
There are missing people, though. Some we assume were killed by the attacks when they first started.
Do you think they've captured anyone, or
It's,
they're
cer-
keeping people prisoner?
it's certainly possible. There's no way I could know for sure. There's been no demands, so yeah, I'm guessing that the people who are missing may have either been killed or something worse, maybe taken as slaves.
Yeah.
He
I
says
was just
it wouldn't be the first time that lone farms have been raided and the proprietors taken as slaves by barbarian groups or other less savory types.
okay. Gotcha. And that'd be it for me.
All right. So time passes. As I said, it's about 2:30, and everyone's headed back to town.
Yep.
You would return to Char. Coming in through the east gate, there's a bunch of cheers and claps for the Holy Trinity as the people once again hear of your good deeds from some of the guards. Lots of whispering about what just happened and questions being asked. But what does the group want to do?
Marcus would be like waving to them and like shaking their hands and like, just like I don't know, just being all greedy and like happy and like reassuring them that everything's gonna be cool. Everything's gonna be all right. The Holy Trinity is here and all that. But
Give me a persuasion check. You're gonna.
okay.
Holy Trinity and a few stragglers now.
Yeah.
Holy Trinity +3.
Hey, it's more like a
Shit.
group name. It doesn't have to be 3.
Can anyone?
Ooh.
Damn it! Even with a 4.
So I'll
I
give
have
you
-1.
advantage and say it was 10 because they're all happy about what you did. So
Yeah.
there's clapping and people are happy to hear that everything that the people were all saved. Clank, you're talking as well.
I'm repeating everything Marcus is saying.
Okay.
And yeah.
For some reason, it's just better coming from the bird's mouth.
Yeah.
Perhaps the bird is a better speaker. But yeah, the people seem happy, and your reputation within Char probably grows a bit. So what
Alright.
else do you want to do?
I asked Ophelia, what time were we supposed to meet that guy again? You said.
He said his name's Neil, and we're supposed to meet him at dusk in the town center. I was unsure as to giving him our locations. He seemed a little sketch, and before he ended up telling me that he was associated with the Blood Hand.
Hmm. What time? What's the exact time now?
You got back around 2:30.
Okay. Does only long rest take away exhaustion?
Yes, or
Okay.
Greater Restoration, which is a very expensive spell.
Yeah. So.
Marcus, weapons and armor. We give that to town,
Sure. Yeah, we can.
or we use ourselves.
Does anyone need chainmail? I got a pair of chainmail.
I like my armor.
Okay. If not, I'll just give it to the guard and the longbow too.
Says, "Oh, yes, this could help with the town armaments. Thank you. We'll take these."
Yep.
He says you could
And
possibly find someone to sell it to in the marketplace if you don't want to, if you want to make a little more for it.
it seems like the guard need it more than
He says,
than I need gold, to be honest. You
"Wow,
guys can have.
we do appreciate that. Thank you." And he'll take
Yep.
them.
A bit exploitive, selling armor to Siege City.
Mm.
He nods. He says, "Well, I mean, I know that you all need to make gold just like everyone else, so we probably won't have the money to pay you what is deserved. I'm just thinking of your welfare."
You can pay us whatever you guys are able to pay us. That's okay.
He nods.
We're here just to help.
Yep.
All right. So yeah, what else do you want to do?
Marcus is going to tell everyone he's going back to the inn to take a rest. Because that kind of wore him out. So he's going to take a
Down to
short
go
rest.
take
at
a
the inn.
short rest.
Yeah.
I go up to Gale and Elduin, and I say, so we're kind of in a predicament, and I would really appreciate your help. We're trying to find out some information about the Blood Hand, and I don't think that they know about you guys yet. Because we're the Holy Trinity, we have the three of us. I think you guys might not be known. So I'm wondering if you guys could come along tonight and help us with some extra protection.
Would that name ring any bells for Gale?
Yeah, would also ring for Eldwin too.
So do either of you have any backgrounds that would have to do with the city or criminal organizations or anything like that?
I mean,
Urchin spy.
I got the haunted one background.
Uh,
But I don't know, maybe my work. Well, there was that one
So I
thing.
guess
I was
I
just
mean
looking at it.
I guess if you did like hunting of beasts and bounties, you may have had
Yeah.
some run-ins with them. Go ahead and give me an intelligence check.
Just straight intelligence.
Yeah, see if you remember intelligence. I'll say intelligence or wisdom. See if you remember hearing anything about them.
I'll do intelligence. Nope. That's a 6.
Yeah, the name might sound familiar, but you don't know much about them.
Okay.
Anyone with some sort of past that may have involved crime might know something. You would see that Carrion, when you mention them, would say, I know a little bit about them. They're supposed to be a group of thieves, aren't they?
Yes, they are, and we've had a couple run-ins with the past that can't exactly share the full information with right now. But they actually approached us, and I'm worried that this might be bigger than we initially thought. So I was hoping, since we're going to meet them in the town center tonight, that you guys might, hide yourselves around within earshot so you guys are able to witness everything, but stay out of sight, until you'll know when you're needed, probably if things go south. But it would be nice to have somebody to watch our backs while we conduct this.
So he would nod, Carrie, and says, I can help out. I mean, seems like you all are helping the town, and since I'm here, it's in my best interest to help keep the town safe. Would you mind if I don't get involved with any direct speakings with them?
No, that's totally okay. Yeah, it's just be nice to have somebody just like I said to watch our backs and be able just to make sure everything goes over smoothly. And any information that you hear that you might know about, if you'd be more than willing to share with us, we'd appreciate it.
What's your insight?
Carrie,
Your passive insight.
Mine.
Yeah.
Uh,
Or just, I guess, any of you. Just do it. Does anyone have like a passive insight around like 15?
I have
nah,
13.
not I.
Yeah, I have 13 too.
Okay. So
passive
yeah.
wisdom. Where's the passive insight? I have a +5 for insight.
All right. So then
Then
you
you
would
would
be
you would
Oh,
have
and you do, yeah.
you have 15 then.
Damn.
You get the feeling that Carrion might be a little bit worried. Like, he definitely recognizes who the Bloodhand are. You also get the feeling he might be a little bit worried about them finding out who he is or that he's here. Like, maybe they know
I
him.
turn to him, Carrion, you need disguise? You need hide?
Says, well, like I said, I'll just stay out of sight unless you all need me.
I make disguise if need.
Yeah. Do you say anything about that, Ophelia?
About the
Oh.
disguise.
No, you're the one that.
Oh, about carrion?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ophelia is the one that sensed that, not Clank.
No, I
I thought I could see him getting uncomfortable. But
Uh,
if not, then yeah.
yeah, maybe a
I
Or
don't
little.
say
him
anything.
mentioning. But yeah. Cool. My bad.
So I'm the only one that knows he may have a connection.
Yeah, with your 15.
Yeah, I don't say anything. I don't want to say anything in front of everybody else because it seems like if he was comfortable sharing it, he would have shared it.
Okay. So he says, but yeah, I can definitely keep an eye out, be lookout in case something gets squirrely.
Eldwin's
It
kind
would
of
be much
pipes in.
appreciated.
Sorry, Eldwin pipes in as well and says, I'll help as well.
Yeah.
Oh my
Gale
gosh, thank
nods
you
his-
so much.
Yeah.
If you guys
Gale-
needed... Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry. Gale will also nod his head and go, you seem like fine folk, and honestly, after this, why not one more little adventure?
I mean, if you guys needed, like monetary compensation, we could definitely pay you, but, because of the way you guys helped so much before, I figured it wouldn't hurt at least to ask.
I find the company of others far more valuable than coin.
I don't know, coin is still very nice.
I just kind of smile. Who
Cat-
said that? Was it Gail that said coin's very nice?
Yeah.
Kind of jokingly, yes.
No. And you see me like start reaching in my pouch, pulling out money to give you.
He'll just shake his hand like, no.
Oh, okay.
Well,
I guess with his -1 charisma, it would come off
Yeah.
very like stern or very.
he's not good at joking around as much. But Carrion would say, we did make some gold off of the our run-in. I noticed a couple of you finding some. Maybe we should pool that and split it like a proper group of friends, since we all put some work in.
I found the 10 gold off the ogre. So, yeah.
It seems fair.
The only gold we found is we gave it back to the family so they could start their new life.
Yeah.
You
gonna have to
did
rebuild
get
their
the, I think it was 18 gold off the orcs and the hobgoblin.
We got 8 gold from the other orcs and hobgoblin, and then he got 10 gold, which made 18.
Yeah. So you got I thought the hobgoblin had 10 as well.
Oh,
there
you're
was
right.
28.
Okay.
What I thought.
Yeah. So I think you got 28 in total.
Oh, okay.
28 divided by 6 is 4
That's
apiece.
4 gold.
Or I say I'm like, oh, you can only give me 4. That'd be okay. I don't need some of the extras. You know, the extra 4 gold can go to, and I'll say who's here: Marcus Clank, Gale, and Elduin.
Okay. So they each get 5.
Yeah, and then me and Carrion will take 4.
All right. Carrion's fine with that, so we'll just add 4 gold to him.
Yep.
All right. So yeah, what does the group want to do until this meeting tonight? You said you're going back to the inn to rest.
Marcus is. He's going to take a short rest.
I'll go back to my little camp out by the walls. Just
Okay.
for now.
All right. So you head back to the most of you head back to the Maplewood, and you said you're headed outside, Gail.
Yep.
Okay. So when you get there, there are a bunch of people sort of waiting for you, to kind of ask you questions and talk some more about what happened. And you would see not you, Gal, the rest of the group.
Okay.
The people don't generally follow you outside the gate.
Most people don't generally like me in general.
Yeah, I mean, you're getting a little bit more popularity now because you're with these Holy Trinity heroes, but yeah, for the most part, even with all the helping you've done, people have kind of steered clear of you.
People don't like blood magic.
Yeah, they maybe get kind of creeped out by it.
Yep.
Oh, do I know where Shock is by any chance?
So last you
Magic.
last you left him, he was at the tavern in the Maplewood Inn. Yeah, you would see the innkeeper. I'm just trying to find his name, Vernie. He would wave you all over and say,
Go on over.
"Friends,
Hi, Bernie.
I heard what happened outside the town. It sounds like once again Chaur is in your debt."
It's no problem at all. It's what the Holy Trinity does.
We do what we can.
He says,
Yep.
"Well, look, I know you might be here for a while helping us. So, in addition to your rooms, I have this private area in the bar. I usually let people rent out for parties and such. But if you'd like, I could just give you the key and you can use it for, whatever you need. At least while
that's
you're
nice.
here,"
Oh
he
my
says.
gosh. Our headquarters?
awesome.
I don't know if it's anything that grand, but it's something for now. Someplace you could get away from. He kind of motions to all the people. He says maybe leave things there if you need to store them, and you don't know if your room is as secure. It definitely has better locks than the indoors.
That's
My
very
gosh,
nice.
Bernie, you are such a Palor send. Thank you.
Oh, well. I do what I can, and you are the Palor sends. If not for you, we would still be missing all of the supplies, and those farmers would all be dead. So, think nothing of it.
It's no problem at all, and we will gladly take up your offer.
All right, so he gives you the key, and I guess you have your first stronghold, which you can leave things in. I left an area in the sheet for it, so if you want to leave stuff there, just feel free to mark it.
Awesome. Alright.
He says there's also a table there, and of course you can order food and drink from the barmaids and anything else you might need.
I'm just going to go take a nap in my room. And I'll also get a mug of ale to help me sleep.
Okay. So you can pass an hour, or I can say an hour passes, and anyone who wants to can spend a short rest to benefit from it.
That's
how
why I
much
rolled that
down-
D10. Got that hit die back.
How much downtime are we gonna have here? Like enough for a full days? If I wanted to work on something.
The other thing, I almost forgot, Bernie says, he pulls out a scroll. He says, apparently someone else noticed what you all have been doing, and he hands it to the group. He says, Lord Blackwater sent a message to you.
Oh.
I wouldn't know that because I'm not there.
I guess I'll take.
Would I know who Lord Blackwater is?
Yeah, he's the guy who wanted the dagger and who made the whole operation. I think.
Yeah, he's
The
the one
caravan.
that paid for the caravan to get the supplies into town. He basically paid you for your first job, just not directly. So he hands you the scroll and he says, "This was dropped off, so here you go. You can take a look at it whenever you need to." As for
I
the,
think
or go ahead.
I think Lord Blackwater is noble of land, according to Shock and Mayor.
I haven't met him yet, so I don't want to make that judgment yet.
All right.
It
Well, you go ahead. Sorry.
I was just saying, it seems like what he really wanted was the dagger. I don't know. Did I get the impression from Shock that Blackwater was either a good man or kind of like a self-centered kind of big guy?
What's your insight?
Is it my
So it's 10 plus whatever your insight score is.
no? So 11, I think.
Shock didn't talk much about Lord Blackwater. He sort of just said, yeah, he pays me, so I do what he needs. But he didn't really give much of an opinion on him for the times
Okay.
he had spoken.
All right. You guys want to go into the room and read it and see about it real quick?
Let's
Yeah, it's probably
get
better we do
Gale
it.
and Eldwin.
All right. Well, let's go. So I guess we head into the room or stronghold.
Okay, so you go into the bar. There's more cheers for you as you walk into like your private area. Some nice barmaids are there to take your order and bring you some ale and food as you kind of sit down and start resting. And we can say the hour passes. Gale, and you can say you took a rest out in the forest where you are as well.
Yeah. I was. An hour isn't long enough to do anything with the ogre essence, is it?
No, to refine essence, you would need a day of downtime, and you could turn it into nature components, which you could use to replace spell like components you need to cast your spells. If you had any values, like components that need values.
No. Well, I'm not really a spellcaster.
As for potion crafting, so generally you need recipes to craft potions. And you said you did have herbalism.
Yep.
So I would say you probably have the recipe for a basic healing potion, which I believe is I want to say it takes
25?
a day to brew and is 25 gold pieces worth of nature that you need.
Okay.
So you would have to refine the ogre essence and then you can make a potion out of it.
Okay.
Yeah, and they're probably, let's see. I'll probably give you some other recipes. Are there any potion recipes you wanted?
Honestly, because I do inflict damage on myself, healing would probably be the biggest until I can get my mutagens.
Okay. So yeah, we'll say that.
Goggles of the night. That
Well,
would be a great
that's
potion.
not a potion. Those are goggles. You can't drink a
That would be a
pair
great
of goggles.
recipe.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's a dark vision potion actually.
There is for my mutagens.
Oh, okay. Well, there you
I
go.
do know that, but I already have dark vision, so
Yeah, not as useful for you.
nope.
All right. So, did you want to work on refining the ogre essence?
No, if we don't have the time to do it, I don't want to potentially ruin anything given the time crunch.
Yeah.
I would actually just start gathering some of my stuff, and I will probably make my way back to. Actually, they didn't tell me exactly what inn they're going to. I just left.
Well, Marcus
Yeah.
was heading towards. I think Marcus actually was heading towards the Maplewood, so you would know that was probably the inn he was going to.
Yeah, all right then. I'll just grab my stuff and start making my way towards Maplewood Inn.
All right. So you could say after the hour, you would meet up with them. Yeah, Verney would be kind of surprised to see you here because he knows who you are, but he hasn't seen you much. He would say, Gale, welcome.
Gale, you're back.
I had to gather a few things.
Yeah, he would direct you to I assume you asked about where the Trinity are, and he would direct you to them.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, Gale, I guess you all hear a knock at the door, and you would see Gale as he comes up.
You probably find Marcus on the table, on his chair with his legs up on the table, holding a mug. And you're like, "Hey, what's up? Here, get them some ale." I would say, or something like that.
Some of the young barmaids nod and will rush off to grab some ale. Of course.
We're about to
I'm
look
not a
up.
fan of ale. Do you guys have wine?
We have some. I think we have some simple wine, if that's okay. We have nothing that fancy. No elven stock.
That would be okay.
Okay. So yeah, they'll bring you some cheap wine instead of the ale.
Some boxed wine.
Yeah, just some box of wine.
Is this the Franzia special?
Yeah, you get the Franzia stuff. So you haven't opened the scroll yet. I'll say you were all just kind of relaxing after your big fight and just kind of recuperating.
Yeah, I'll tell Gail. Yeah, we're about to look at something important now. Kind of like, I guess, motion for the barmaids to kind of leave the room. I kind of want to.
Oh yes, of course, and they take off.
And then I will, I guess, gather everyone around, and I'll open the scroll on the table. We can all read it.
So, Gale, what is your perception?
Perception. Passive is 13.
So you would notice the wax seal is a Blackwater seal, probably because you got a similar missive at one point.
All right. Interesting. I won't mention anything. I'll just kind of make a mental note to myself.
Okay. So you open up the scroll, all of you, and it says, "Holy Trinity, I have heard much of your exploits and wish to speak with you of a job. Please come and meet me at my estate at your earliest convenience." Signed,
And
Lord Blackwater.
this is all handwritten.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, I got
a
Lord
printing press.
Blackwater's signature too.
Yeah, there's no such thing as a
Alright.
printing press, so it's all handwritten.
All right.
Well, do we want to go meet him now? Or,
I think our earliest convenience could be tomorrow.
yeah. Well, what do we do before then, though, and between now and
What
seeing
time is
the
dusk?
guy? I think it's about 6, right?
Yeah, it is currently still fairly early. If you all wanted, you could put this day toward downtime activities. If you didn't do anything too strenuous today.
That's what I want to do.
I want to go see if there's somebody in town who may know something about this cloak that I still am wearing that I have no idea what it does.
Oh, from the sewer?
Yeah.
Stinky cloak. I assume you've washed it. Yeah, sure, if you want to ask around the marketplace.
Yeah. That's what I'm going to go off and do. And while I'm walking out and about, I'm trying to keep an eye out for Shock because I have something I want to give him when I do run across him.
Oh, sorry, Shock is here. He was in the bar, so he just came into your room with you. So
Oh,
he's hanging out in the
nice.
you can put him in the lair for now. He's totally cool with hanging out in your bar lair, getting all these drinks.
Yeah, right. So I go,
Him
Shock, what is this I
and
hear
Melody
about-
are here.
Shock, what is this I hear about you and Melody opening up a potion shop, a medicinal shop?
And he would say, well, Melody can tell you about that. And she smiles and says, oh, yes, I'm so close, too. I only need another 25 gold. But if I was able to, I think I could do a lot of good around here for the people of Chaur.
my gosh, yes, I would love to be able to help. And I actually have, and I'm like rummaging through my packages. I was like, oh, I actually have some herbs that can be used for medicinal purposes. And I pull out 30 herbs and hand her the 30 herbs as well as the 25 gold.
She says, "Oh, well, I can certainly use these to make a potion, though I probably couldn't do much with them in terms of money. I don't know anyone who has gold to buy these. But if you want, I can try to use these to make a healing potion for you. It would just take me a day."
Yeah, you can do whatever you want with them. I figured 30 herbs might be good, and if you wanted to share the potions, I would be more than happy to accept. But, I just wanted to help you. Just only give me half of what you can make, so that way you can use the other half to help start your business as well.
She says, "Well, as soon as I can get the last 25 gold, I should be able to open up my shop. It would just..."
Oh, I handed her 25 gold as well.
Oh, so
Yeah,
30...
sorry, I said I pulled out the gold and I handed the
Oh.
30 herbs to her as well.
I thought you just
Sorry.
meant 30 herbs. Okay. So she is overjoyed and says, "Yes, this will be enough. Thank you. Thank you all so much. And I will, once I have my shop all set up, I will get this made into a potion for you, as well as take time to help the citizens of this place." And she's just gonna get going. She's gonna run out, and Shock kind of smiles. He says, "You all are good people. I don't know if you've been told that enough, but I'm gonna repeat it."
Ophelia, good.
Shock, have you seen my sister around? I haven't seen her in a while. I want to make sure. I want to check up on her.
Oh, Shira?
Yeah.
He says, "Yeah, I was actually drinking with her a little earlier."
All right.
Yeah, no, she's, I don't know where she is now, but, I think she said she was going to the marketplace for something. And Ophelia, so you have the passive insight of 15, right?
Correct.
You got a little bit of a blush from Shock when Shira was mentioned. You're not sure what to make of that.
I just kind of go, kind of nod my head in understanding, but don't say anything.
You're like, wait, isn't he with Melody? What's going on here?
No,
Do I notice anything?
Oh, no, you have like an 11. You're just like, oh, okay.
Oh,
So yeah, you probably didn't notice.
gotcha.
But
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I don't say or do anything, but my intrigue is up a little bit, going, how does he get so many girls interested in him? Or is he just interested in her? And I start going
You're
through
like, wait, am
what
I
an
interested
18-year-old
in
girl
him?
would
What's
think about
going on?
it. Yeah. Should I be interested in him? Why am I not? Wait, what about Shira? Do they have a thing? And I'm just thinking through all of this just to myself.
Yeah.
An 18-year-old girl would.
Before you head out to the marketplace.
Yeah.
All right. So is anyone else doing? So you're gonna spend the day, doing downtime, but meeting up with Neil later. Is that?
Yes.
I think so.
Yeah.
Okay. So what
Well, if
about
we have
everyone?
the down-
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. If we have the downtime, then yeah. And now that I'm in a more stable place than just in the woods, I'll probably then start converting that.
You get one of the tables in here. You kind of pull out your I guess what would be like a skin full of just tools and roll it out on the table.
Yeah.
Start working on converting. All right. I guess alchemy supplies would be a bunch of beakers and stuff too. So yeah, you start cooking up the essence to refine it a bit. So that's going to be what you're doing today. What about everyone else?
Elduin's just gonna chat away with the people at the inn and just have a good time with them all.
All right, so just sort of you go out into the bar proper area and just hang out with people.
Yeah.
Is anyone doing anything outside the inn?
I would want to try to find an all-purpose tool.
So marketplace?
Yeah, magical item.
Oh. Well,
Research a magical item. Right,
So-
7 days.
Yeah, that generally takes a longer time. I will say you probably can't do that in Chaur right now with the economy as it
Well-
is. You would probably have to either go back to High Guard or get the town to a place where the basically break the siege so the caravans can start coming through again. So you might have to
Yeah.
wait for something to happen later in the story.
Cool. Then, huh? Yeah. Nope.
You might have
Then I'll
to.
just be
Well,
working on building our reputation more positively. I think I have Smith's tools, so I would, yeah, go walk around, see if anybody needs any metal work fixed.
all right. So just trying to help the town out.
Yeah.
Anyone else doing anything outside the inn?
I guess I'll go to the Dark Water, check it out. Marcus will.
Okay.
Darkwater Inn.
Yeah.
Ooh, if I see
Uh,
Marcus doing that, I'm gonna follow.
okay. Anyone else doing anything?
Just trying to figure out my cloak.
All right. So time is passing. Ophelia, give me probably persuasion would be used to gather information on who might know something about this.
Am I allowed to like cast guidance beforehand, or is it like that'd be weird?
So this is kind of over a longer period of time. You probably couldn't use guidance just because it's multiple things you'd be doing. You could get someone to help you if you know someone who has high charisma. Although I think
know.
you wouldn't know where Marcus is at this point.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I'm just gonna go try to do it myself. You said
Yeah,
was it
it's
persuasion?
it'll probably take you about an hour, and it's not a hard check per se. It's only about 10 you'd need. Oh, all right. So unfortunately, you're not doing too well. People kind of give you funny looks talking about magical items. Though the group does have a pretty good reputation in the town, so I'll say maybe I'll give you advantage on this, especially after what just happened. And maybe someone recognizes you and says, I know someone who might be able to help. Say one of the woman villagers who is maybe kind of impressed by you being an 18-year-old girl and, fighting orcs and stuff. She says, there's an old man to the north of the town. I think he's an alchemist. I don't know where he's from, but I think he has family who lives here and is... I'm not sure what he's doing in town, but he might be a wizard of some kind.
Oh my gosh! Thank you so much. I think that just might be the person I was looking for.
She's like, oh, of
As I say,
course. No problem.
is there anything you need that I can help you out since you've helped me?
Oh, no, I'm okay, thank you. We really appreciate all that you've been doing for the town. All right, so you're gonna go talk to this person. Oh, did we lose
Can you
you?
hear me now?
Oh, yeah, I hear
Yeah,
you.
sorry, there we go. Okay, I leaned on the button. I say, "Oh my gosh, thank you so much. I appreciate it. If there's anything that we can do to help you, all you have to do is ask. We can, if you have any sick, just make sure you find me and I will help you right away." To this lady, and I make a mental note to keep her, try to remember her name, and just be a good
She
citizen.
says, "Oh no, me and my family are actually doing fairly well. We're one of the trade, or my father runs one of the trade stalls in town. I mean, we're not doing well, but we're not doing as bad as some of the others. So, I think we'll be okay. But thank you."
Oh, of course, you're welcome. And then I say thank you again as I go trying to find this wizard.
All right, so in the north part of town, there is a stall set up with an older-looking gentleman who is wearing robes and a strange goldish amulet around his neck. Do you have Arcana by any chance? Trained.
I do not believe so.
Okay,
No,
so
I don't.
you don't recognize the amulet, but this looks kind of like a wizard.
I go, "Hi, sir. I was wondering if you could help me."
He looks up from what looks like some herbs that he's kind of chopping up, and he says, "Oh, hello there. I don't recognize you, young one."
Oh, hi, my name's Ophelia. We're just in Char trying to help out, and I was. Oh, what's your name, by the way? It's a pleasure to meet you.
Ah, it's good to meet you as well. You must be one of those Holy Trinity I've heard about. The young priestess,
Oh,
perhaps? I
oh, I am
recognize
indeed.
your symbols of Palor.
Oh, of course. Yeah, I'm just glad I can try to help out wherever I can, and spread Palor's grace everywhere we go.
He says, "Well, my name is Doru. I am, I am a proprietor of herbs, potions, and several more arcane things. A collector of sorts. I have been stuck in town for a bit thanks to the siege, but I'm doing what I can to help the people here. So it is
Well,
good to meet a fellow, not charity case, a fellow charitable person."
oh yes, of course. I'm so glad. I was wondering if you have time. I found this cloak, and I sense, one of the party members sensed something magical about it, but I can't make heads or tails of it.
Hmm. He says,
And I
"Yes, this does seem very, very, very fancy. This may have a magical enchantment on it. Have you sensed any magic from it?"
I didn't sense any magic from it, but one of the party members did, and I don't know. I really liked it, so I just put it on anyways, and
He
I've been wearing it since.
he nods and he says, "Well, I can certainly use some magic to see what enchantments it bears. Uh, do you
Take it off and hand it to him.
He says, "Do you have any of the rituals required to identify magical items?"
Oh, I don't know much of anything about that. Um, but I'm wondering if there's any way I can help you. I can do what I can.
So no, I have the things I need. But I was just wondering if maybe I could teach you a thing or two. But you seem more of a divine magic caster, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh yes, it's Palor has granted me abilities through my worship through him.
He nods. He says, "That would make sense. If you have 10 minutes to wait, I can tell you exactly what this does."
Oh, of course, I'd love to wait, and I kind of just sit up all excited as I'm finally getting to figure out what it is. Kind of
Uh,
sitting on the, or getting almost bouncing a little bit. I don't want to say sitting, but like bouncing, like yes, yes, like
So he takes out a book and starts reading as he pulls out a very pretty pearl, placing it down on the counter. You see him sort of tracing his finger along the book as he's reciting words. And after about 10 minutes, he closes his eyes and he will say, "Ah, yes, this item reveals its secrets to me." Um, Where did I write down what this was? One moment. He says, "This cloak has been woven, or has had magical defensive properties woven into it. It shall protect you if you wear it. Mechanically, it is a cloak of protection. So +1 to AC and I believe saving throws." He says, "But you must attune to its magics to have any benefit from it," which, and he kind of describes what you need to do, basically.
okay. I trust him, so I do it.
Well, you need to do it over a short rest, kind of like over an hour period.
Oh,
Yeah, you have to spend a
okay,
short rest
okay,
to attune. He
okay.
says,
But
"So when you have some time, just do those things I told you while wearing it, and it will latch itself onto you, providing those protections."
Oh my gosh, thank you so much, Doru. I can't express how happy this has made me. Is there anything I can do to help pay you back or try to help you?
Uh, well, um, I'm not in need of much. My abilities make me a good amount of coin. I would say just do what you can to help the people of this town. There's a lot of suffering that's going on thanks to the siege. I would be happy to
Oh,
help
that's excellent.
in the future as well if you find more of these strange items. I can tell you what they do.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much. And yes, that's our whole goal for being here is we realized that the strifes and plights that the villagers were facing and we needed to come do something. I felt Paylor's calling us to be here, and we will make sure we're here until the problem gets resolved. So you don't have to worry about that. But if you have any personal problems or you need anything personally, feel free to come ask any of the Holy Trinity and we'll make sure it gets taken care of.
That is very kind of you. Where is the Holy Trinity staying right now?
We are currently staying at what is it? The I have a
Maplewood.
bunch of sheets of
Maplewood Inn.
Maplewood. Yeah, we're currently staying at the Maplewood Inn, and we have like a little area set up there that, if you ever come there and if we're not there, you can just tell the bartender. He'll make sure that the message gets to us.
He nods. He says, "Very well. It was good to meet you, and I hope I see you again in the future."
Oh, I can't wait to see you again too. Thank you so much, Dora. I appreciate it.
All right. So Ophelia is heading back to the Maplewood.
Yes, now
All
that
right.
I'm done.
So I will skip over to Marcus and Clank at the Darkwater Inn. When you get in there, it's kind of smoky in here. Even in the front room, it seems like there are a good amount of people, and a bartender, or not a bartender, a innkeeper sitting behind the desk looks up and says, "Oh, mercenaries. I'm Julian Harwick, proprietor of the Darkwater. Uh, might you be the ones who brought the caravan in?"
Yes, we are. We are the Holy Trinity, sir. We just came to
That's a good
chat
picture.
and socialize and have some fun. Rest up
This
from the
is
fight we had.
that's quite not auspicious, quite a impressive set of armor and weaponry you have. I haven't seen many with such good armaments in town.
Oh, just it's the privileges of being born in nobility, for me at least. But I tend to use my arms and armor to help the people. Uh,
Ah, and you
it,
must be the crow person everyone is talking about. Apologies if that offends. Just how I recognized you.
I'm going to crow hop around and inspect.
I mean, this place looks a little bit nicer than the Maplewood. There's a fire burning in the fireplace. A couple of people are sitting around on the chairs, like kind of watching you, but also talking. And yeah, there's a stairway going upstairs as well as a hallway heading to the bar in the back. He says, "Is there anything I could do for you? Do you need a room, perhaps?"
no, we're fine on that front.
Food, drink.
Oh,
Yes.
well, yes, of course. The bar is right in the back here. I believe one of my musicians is playing, so enjoy the ambiance.
Hmm. All right. So I'll head the back of the bar with Clank.
All right, spend a
Julian, do you know anyone who needs anything done? Any work?
well, with the siege going on, there's not much happening other than people doing their best to weather it. I
Oh,
know that Blackwater was hiring mercenaries, so you could
oh,
always check there.
Hmm. We'll keep that in mind.
Blackwater?
He says, "Yes, Lord Blackwater. He lives in the
Ah,
estate
yes.
in the northeast part of town."
Okay. Thank you.
Of course. Quick question. What was Elduin doing? Just helping out?
He was staying behind in Maplewood and just chatting away with people.
Okay, that's right. Just trying to improve relations. So Marcus and Clank, what do you want to do while you're here? Just drink with
Uh,
people?
yeah. If there are any guards or like soldier-like people, then Marcus is probably hanging out with them.
All right, so yeah,
Uh,
back in the back of the inn, you would find some because the guards do tend to drink here since it's close to the barracks. So you could say you found some and hang out with them.
Yep.
I'm gonna
That's
be looking for to differentiate between like Blackwater's mercenaries, the town guard, and uh the underground organization. What are they called?
Blood hand.
Blood hand.
Yeah, the Blood Hand. See if this is like a Blood Hand establishment. I just want to kind of like look at everybody, see if there's any like symbols, logos that people have.
So you have seen some of Blackwater's people in the Maplewood. You don't.
Yeah,
I mean, you don't know if anyone here is one of his mercenaries, but you know you've seen some of them because like you've heard conversations people had, and many of them use the Maplewood Inn because it's a little closer. As for Bloodhand people, actually, as you are walking around talking, you are approached by someone who isn't. I don't think he's familiar to you. Is he? Oh, I lost him. Hang on.
Is it Neil?
You must be Raven Man. Well met. The muscular, shirtless guy says as he extends a hand.
look inquisitively at his hand and then extend my hand.
He says, "Name's Neil. I'm supposed to be meeting up with your group later. You're one of the Holy Trinity, yes?"
Yes, yes, we are two of the Holy Trinity.
Oh? He looks around curiously.
Oh, I thought Marcus was standing next to me still.
I'm
Marcus
probably-
is over drinking with some of the guards.
Oh, then I'm going to confusingly point next to me where Marcus was standing, and he's not there. Oh, I guess one.
So Neil will look around and see where you're pointing afterwards and says, "Oh, interesting. All right. Well, it's good to meet you, friend Crow. I was just having a drink and talking to some of my friends here, getting ready for our meeting later this evening." He says, "Are you staying at the Darkwater Inn by chance? Because we could just have it now if the rest of your allies were here."
Oh, no, we not at Darkwater.
Real quick, can I notice this?
You do
Exchange, like,
see the large shirtless man speaking to the crow.
The PAX.
I guess while I'm drinking and having fun with these guards, does it look like the guards like are comfortable with me? Do they like me, or you know?
Yeah, I mean they've some of these guys you saw from the farm, so they're
Okay.
definitely like big fans. They're talking about like what they found in the ogre and asking you about fighting it and stuff like that.
I guess I'll turn to one of the guards I met in the former one of the guards I'm most, I guess, closest to, and I'll be like, "Hey, I kind of tap him. Do you know anything about that guy right there?" And I'll point to the shirtless man right there. Talk to my friend.
He looks over. He says, who is that? I've seen him around." He looks to you. Does anyone know that guy? One of the guards is like, yeah. It's rumors that guy is part of the Blood Hand. Oh, really? He says, yeah. You know that group that came in a few months ago. He says, huh? So a criminal? He says, yeah. Some kind of.
Do you know what?
Go ahead.
Do you guys know what they do exactly? What kind of criminal? Like, how bad news are they?
Well, I
That'd be
mean, we
great.
don't know of anything in particular that guy or his organization has done, but the mayor is pretty up in arms about them showing up. He says, I don't know. Obviously, he's not wanted. We don't know of anything he's done, but yeah, I would avoid that guy if you can help it. If he is Bloodhand, he could be dangerous.
Good to know. Thanks, fellas. I'll stick with them, but I'll keep it on him.
He says, yeah.
Neil.
And the other guy says, well, it's a rumor too. We don't know if he is Bloodhand for sure, but yeah. Is there anything that you two want to do?
I also, I guess during the conversation, I also asked the guards, "Hey, we heard a lot about this Blackwater fella. Do you guys, what can you tell me about him? You know, anything interesting about him?"
Lord Blackwater? Yeah, he's a big deal. He's like easily the richest person in town. He owns a bunch of the farmland in town. Lived here for a long time. I know his mom's supposed to be someone of note in the capital. But
Uh,
I know
do you
he
know?
go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Says I know he has a lot of money. He funds a lot of projects helping to build within the town and protect the town. I don't know much other than that.
Do you know if anyone knows him personally, like what he's like, or how is he as a person, really?
He comes to the town hall on occasion to meet with the mayor, but we don't. I mean, he doesn't spend much time outside of his estate. I know he
Gotcha.
hires a bunch of mercenaries to do all these weird, like, archaeological digs.
Archaeological digs,
Yeah.
like finding ancient, like artifacts and whatever.
Yeah, digging up stuff from the past, one of them says to clarify.
Oh, okay. All right. Hey, Marcus just like looks very, I don't know, brooding about that. But yeah, that's it.
All right. Clank, anything else you're doing?
I'm gonna ask Neil, what meeting about later?
So, my employer wanted to talk to you. She was interested in maybe giving you and your friends a job to do. Paid, of course. I know that you all probably fairly powerful mercenaries and have a lot on your plate.
Your employer help town or hurt town?
Oh, well, she is help to the town, of course.
Am I allowed to actively?
Insight? Sure, roll an insight
Yeah.
check.
Oh.
Maybe.
Oh.
You never know.
Uh,
Eh, you don't really get deceitful vibes.
All right. I'm going to ask Neil, where in Marketplace we meet?
Says, your people were kind of vague. So I guess I'll find you there.
You have better hiding. You have better place to meet. Maybe more quiet, secret.
Says,
Woods.
yeah. Well, I
Yeah.
mean, if you all have room somewhere, I could just come into to your inn. Are you at the Maplewood?
Oh, we stay at friend's house.
Says, sure. Why don't I go to your friend's house? I'll meet you there.
Oh, we meet in Woods Alley.
In Woods? Wait, what did you say?
Yeah.
Oh,
in
the woods
right
behind the maple, or behind the.
or over there.
He says, "Yeah, sure. I mean, we can meet out back of the maple or of the Darkwater, like anywhere you guys want. I just was told to try to get in touch with you.
Okay. Out back of Darkwater. Sounds
Sure.
good.
Out back
Sunset.
of Darkwater in like what time is it? A couple hours then, dusk.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. I'll be drinking
What
in
you
here.
want, Neil?
What do I want?
Yeah.
I mean, like I
You
said,
want
oh God.
you want another beer? I'm
Oh,
gonna buy him a
yeah,
beer.
you're buying me a beer? Sure, I'll drink. I'll happily drink if you're buying, Crow friend.
Clank, clank. They say.
Clank. Well, I'll happily drink to your generosity, Clank.
I guess at this time, seeing how they're still talking, Marcus would go over to make sure Clank isn't in trouble, but
Yeah.
casually be like, hello, Clank. Who's your friend here?
Marcus. Neil. Marcus.
He says, "What's up? I'm
Marcus, you
Neil."
want beer?
He goes to give you a big handshake.
I give him a very firm handshake.
You both have very tight grips. It's like what happens when two strong people try to handshake fight. They're both pulling each other, big old smiles. You're like, ah,
Yeah.
Not letting go.
not letting go.
I'd be like, yeah, I've heard about you. Ophelia mentioned you. You're part of the.
the priest girl, right?
Yes.
The one with the holy symbols? Yeah, yeah. I think I met her. Yeah, she was the first one I met earlier today.
Yeah. Sorry for her. She can be quite much, of course, but that's what we like. That's what we like about her. Yeah.
Yeah, she seemed nice.
Yep.
So, yeah, no, we can drink and talk a bit if you guys have time.
Sure. I'd love to get to know you. I like to get to know about anyone. Yeah.
All right. So we can just pass some time. Say that you're talking to him, unless there's anything else specific you want to ask him.
I'll ask him. So, what's your story, Neil? How'd you end up joining the Bloodhands?
He
Albert.
says, "What? What are you talking about?" Says, I think you've been listening to too many stories, friend.
Oh, crap!
And he's kind of like looking around now, seeing if anyone heard that. He
crap,
says,
well-
I travel a lot. I met my employer. Yeah, she was here already. Yeah. Not much to tell. He says, I studied for several years in a mountain monastery. It's where I learned to fight. He flexes a little. So,
like a gladiator.
well, I mean, I used to be a brawler, but more in the streets of the capital. Did okay, but heard there was some kind of organization that really specialized in fist fighting, so I spent several years training with them. Nice people, toned my body up, learned to fight better, and just kind of been traveling.
I whispered.
Neil work for employer or money?
I mean, usually they're one and the same, but generally I do work where the coin flows.
Oh.
I sneakily whispered, Clank, who do you think would win a fist fight, him or Elduin?
He smiles and flexes his pecs at you.
Yeah.
Neil has pecs, and I've pecked the table a few times.
Peck.
But yeah, I guess I'll just continue making small talk, getting to know Neil.
All right, so I figured we just pass some time and say it can get to dusk, unless anyone else wanted to do anything other than your downtime stuff.
Am I allowed to attune to the cloak now?
Yes, you'd have to spend another short rest, but you definitely could.
Okay, I can do
So that would be your second one for the day.
I never used my first one technically, but...
Oh, yeah, if you haven't used one yet, then yeah, that would be your first one.
Okay. Because I went off like right away and was kind of going off and doing stuff. Not that it matters too much, but...
So I'll say time passes, the two of you head back to the party, and you all meet up to go speak with Neil, who they tell you is now waiting for you at the Darkwater.
How much of the ogre essence was I able to convert?
I mean, it's probably mostly done, so give me an alchemy check. Again, with int or wisdom.
16.
Okay, so you were able to convert it straight to nature essence. So you have 20 gold pieces of nature, or not essence, nature components, sorry.
Wait.
Yeah. So you were able to convert it all. I'll say the Elduin, give me a persuasion check as you continue to talk to the people at the inn here. Oh.
Ooh.
Wow.
So
alright.
yeah, you
Nice.
you talk up what the group has been doing, and actually do very well making a friend. And I'll say you have a favor you can call in to gain advantage on a social check within Chaur. So just record that somewhere.
Alright, sweet.
Yeah. All right. Anyone else doing anything before the meeting this evening?
Uh, just kind of go over the plans with Gale, Elduin, and Carrion.
Sure.
Because I assume Clank and Marcus are back, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
they
we've
came
been
back and
informed.
told you about Neil being at the
Yeah.
Dark Water.
Okay. So I just kind of like shake my head, and I was like, of course you guys would end up drinking with him, but I was like, I think it's just safe that we go in, making sure we have our asses covered here. So I talk about like the layout of like behind Darkwater and give spots where Gale, Elduin, and Carrion can kind of hide discreetly but still be able to listen and while we're trying to plan and just kind of be able to hide in the shadows.
Mm-hmm. That sounds good.
And that's
Yeah.
all I have to say
I
for that.
guess Edwin maybe should be more. I guess Edwin, how good's your sneaky skills?
Does Elduin
You
look
think you?
like a sneaky person? I don't know. He's pretty big.
Yeah. Maybe he should just be with us and look big and scary. Look intimidating.
I don't know, Elduin. How would you say your stealth is? Oh, do we lose
Your
Elduin?
thing's fl-
Oh,
Your
he's
thing's
yeah, I can't
flashing
hear him
again.
again.
Oh,
Yeah.
But we can't hear nothing.
you might have to
Maybe come
rejoin
back?
again.
I still can't
Oh,
hear anything.
nothing.
Technical difficulties. I guess you could type in chat while you try to fix it. And,
Weird.
usually just reconnecting fixes it. That's weird that it's still giving you trouble.
You can try unplugging your.
Not the best sneak skills.
Okay.
Yeah, the other, just real quick, the other thing you could check is your drivers and make sure it's like Discord's pointing at the right microphone, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Fortunately, it takes a little bit longer than what we would have. Yeah, I would say like I think Clank was saying, or Matt was saying, you can also disconnect your headset if you're talking through it and reattach it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
few things you can do troubleshooting, but
Yeah. Unplug in, plug back in. I always.
So, yeah.
so I kind of agree that Elduin, I guess, should stay with us since he says he has not the best sneak skills, and I said,
Yeah.
okay, yeah, maybe you hiding might not be a great idea.
Yeah. You just stand silently and look like our muscle, I guess.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm.
Elduin, is that okay for you?
You guys hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah.
There it is.
Okay, in character. This would be a good idea.
Well,
So
I'm pretty sneaky, Carrion says. I can definitely stay hidden.
do you guys think we should tell Shock about this? Maybe he has some advice. I feel like we can trust him.
Shock is currently
Feel like-
in your stronghold talking to your sister. They're drinking together.
What?
She came back later, and now they're hanging out.
But I don't know how Marcus feels about that. But
How do I?
Well,
when I
remember,
look
only
around with-
Ophelia actually, would have.
Yeah, only
seen
Ophelia.
anything. So you're just like,
So
oh,
when
that's
I look
cool.
around in my passive insight and I see them, do I pick up anything?
They just seem like they're hanging out.
Okay.
You don't think
Uh,
Shock is like trying to hit on her or anything?
yeah.
I kind of like am like intrigued about what I saw earlier though, so I'm like trying to pay extra attention to see like what's going on. But
Carry
I don't
on.
see anything because I have a feeling that Marcus would be pretty pissed if I said something, especially if it was incorrect.
Yeah.
I
Go ahead.
was going to ask. You guys think we should let Shock know?
I think we
Shock
should.
trustworthy.
Yeah. All right.
He knows best for town.
Yeah. Well then I'll yell, "Hey, Shock,
Looks up. He's like, yeah.
come over here." And I kind of wave to him. Come over here.
All right, yeah. He walks over. He says, yeah, what's up?
Sit down. We got something. Kind of something to tell you, to ask advice.
Yeah,
Uh,
sure. Takes a seat.
We just got recently. Ophelia met up with someone called Neil, and he claims he is part of the Blood Hands, and he wants to meet up with us to discuss with his boss, who says that they have a job for us. What do you think? Do you have any advice?
I've heard of the Blood Hand on the circuits. Never dealt with them. Some kind of criminal organization, I think. I mean, you know, they could have some coin, but you risk your reputation if you put in with people like that. Though among criminals, I think they're pretty, pretty on the, I don't want to say up and up, but at least they have a reputation for being fair.
So would you say we shouldn't expect a fight or an ambush if we go there?
Says, probably not. I mean, if they want to talk to you, it's probably related to business, unless you try to betray them. Maybe if you refuse them, but I don't know enough about the organization.
Okay. So if we do, I guess meet with them, we should definitely keep it on the low, not tell.
Yeah, I wouldn't let the town know you're putting in with the Blood Hand. That could get you some trouble.
Okay.
Why town know like Bloodhand? Bloodhand mean to citizens?
He shrugs. He says, "I don't know. Just my advice. Maybe they don't know them, but I know. Like I said, throwing down with criminal organizations can get you in trouble."
Yeah. Well, if we don't come back tonight, just expect, the worst. I guess.
Blame Bloodhand. Kill them all.
Yeah.
Well,
just in case.
I'm assuming you all can handle yourselves. I mean, you saw what we've been through. I don't think they're going to be a problem. But
Yeah,
do you
hopefully.
need my help? Do you need some backup?
What? No, I turned to him. What do you guys think?
I think we just trust your judgment of people and character.
Yeah.
And we are new to area.
Yeah, so I say you can stay here, Shock. Just hold the ground.
He nods.
Yeah.
All
right. We're going to. I guess that's.
Well, in case you don't show up, where are you going to be? I know where to look.
We're going to be meeting.
Dark Water.
Yep, behind Dark Water.
All right. I'll keep an eye out later if I don't see you.
Thank you, Shock.
He nods.
I kind of turn to the party and also go, there's no way we can work with them, right?
Well, it depends on what they want. If it's,
of course not.
If
it's a little bit
if
of
it's
different answers there.
I say if it helps the town at large, as long as it's not hurting anyone. If it's against the invaders, then I'm completely fine with with
how
their
we
help.
know Blackwater not enslave entire town and Bloodhand work to free town.
That could work, or it could be, who knows? But we haven't met any of them, so I say we at least give them a shot.
We save town.
Give them a shot. I think we can hear them out, but I don't think we can work in with them.
We will
the
see.
ends don't justify the means. If we have to sacrifice our values to do it, it's not worth it.
We don't know they do something bad. What bad they do?
We don't know they're doing something good either.
I guess the only way for us to figure out is to go meet him then. What would you say?
I mean, I'm definitely down, and I hope we don't need to do anything and fight. I think we just go there, try to find out as much information as we can.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like
they may be able to help. They may be able to help.
Elderwin kind of groans and says, "Seems like the more appropriate approach."
Well, I don't like the criminals as much as the next guy, but if they have some way to help or even some information, this job can help the city. I'm willing to take it.
To try to get information and work, but I don't think we can actually work with them. I think we can try to take what we can and use it to our benefit, but I don't want to stain our reputation with the town. We've been doing really, really good things here with the town, and I think that if we are even going to possibility of put that in jeopardy, I don't think it's worth it.
Hmm.
I think Taylor would not be happy about,
I believe
Again,
Taylor. Yeah. Go ahead.
we know no Bloodhand bad. They could help town. Eldwin, did you have something to say?
No, I don't.
Hmm. Well, I
Uh,
say we still go here and mount.
has Gale, did he have any thing he's gonna say about this?
He's just watching the group. He's worked with his fair share of shady individuals and groups, so he just wants to see how this whole group deals with it.
So kind of just keeping an eye on everyone.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Well, I say, I get up from the table and I said, well, let's just see how this goes.
Just because criminal don't mean bad.
Well, then I
Yes.
guess I'm sticking to
that's
the
exactly
shadows.
what that means, Clank.
I mean, well, Robin Hood doesn't exist in this series. So,
Carrion will look to Gale and say, "We'll be hiding in the shadows together."
Gale will go over to his pack and pull out a dark cloak and just wrap it around himself and throw up a hood. All right.
I'm guessing your sneaking skills are pretty good, Gail.
I can manage.
All right. Well, Holy Trinity, let's go. And I'll just start walking off.
Roll
Okay.
out.
Holy
Roll
Trinity,
out.
roll out.
Autobots, roll out.
Holy Trinity, unite!
All right, so the party will leave out the back door, which is another way into your stronghold. You actually have to go in through the bar. Heading over to the Darkwater Inn. It's getting pretty late. It's probably around maybe 8 o'clock at this point. The sunset. You would hear the tavern is in full swing. The people enjoying some of the ales that came over with the caravan you brought in. There's music playing, and you would see Neil is kind of leaned up against the side of the inn, just sort of waiting for you there near the forest.
Okay, so is
The
Gail...
Pex. You see Pex?
Yes, I do. Is Gail and what was the guy that got Cavian? Corvin?
Carrion.
Carrion.
Yeah, so Gail, give me a stealth check. I assume you're going to try to slip into the shadows.
Dirty 20.
Oh, good.
Okay. So you are pretty well hidden as you kind of come in first looking for some shadows to keep an eye out from.
Okay.
And
Well,
you're not sure where Carrion went. He's also missing, so you assume he's hiding as well.
Yep. And I'll just in case, I'll have my crossbow ready.
All right, so it's in your hand, loaded. Got it. Yeah. So what are you gonna do?
I will point them out and I guess motion my group with me, and I'll kind of like I'll walk up to Neil and like give him a thumbs up and like kind of like motioning to the back, I guess.
Says, friends, the rest of you, those of you who I have not met yet, good to see you. He kind of looks around and says, as I said, I have a proposition from my from my employer.
This safe place to talk? We need to go outside?
Oh
We
no,
need
you
to go
are
away?
outside. You're
Oh,
outside
okay.
the inn.
I thought
kind
we were
of.
still in the tavern. My
Oh
bad.
yeah, I thought we were inside.
Oh, no, sorry. So you kind of went around the side of the
Said you-
tavern. So you're kind of
Yeah,
Oh,
you're
gotcha.
leaning on the side of the tavern, like
Yeah.
outside.
Oh, gotcha.
No, we could talk here, but I was hoping you all would be willing to come meet my employer. She had asked to bring you to her tonight if you're willing, because she would like to speak with you.
I thought we were meeting up here.
He says, yeah, but then I got a message that she wanted to meet you personally. It sounded like she was impressed with your farm escapades earlier today.
Oh, and where is this place exactly?
Well, it's actually nearby. If you're willing, I can take you there.
Oh, I look around. Do I notice Gale or
Probably not, because they rolled
Uh.
pretty high on their stealth.
Well, I just hope they can follow. I guess. I kind of looked at my companions for their
We like
expression.
here. What's wrong with here?
Oh, well, I mean, she,
Your employer not that fancy, is she?
give me a persuasion check. He says, no, I mean, she's not fancy, but she, I think she was impressed with you all, with all you've been doing, and wanted to make the presentation herself now that she knows that you actually are fairly skilled.
She's just too good to meet in Dark Alley. I understand.
Yeah, I
Well-
mean, she doesn't generally meet in dark alleys.
Well, I kind of look at Ophelia, Eldwin, and Clank as like kind of shrug. Is all right then.
This is excellent. He smiles and says, all right, follow me. She's right up the street.
I just talk back to
Kinda
him. Lead on, shirtless man.
And I kind of just hide behind Marcus a little bit, like just kind of like grabbing onto his like shirt a little bit, like hesitant, but don't say anything.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, a little nervous.
What about Gale? What are you gonna do?
Stay relatively far, but I'm gonna try keeping a pace behind him. I'll obviously put the crossbow away.
All right, so you're kind of like shadowing them from a distance, following.
Yeah, far enough to be within eyesight, but you kind of have to squint. Them being a larger group, it's easier for me to keep track of them than them on a single person.
Yeah, and it doesn't look like Neil is really watching to see who's following. Like he's not.
Excuse me,
Not too
I need to go
concerned.
take leak. And I'll hang back for a little bit and kind of find Gale and Eldwin and explain to them.
Oh,
Neil, take us.
you want us to wait for you? Yeah, I guess we'll wait. All right.
Oh,
you just...
you know, wait. I catch up. Clank
Yeah,
quick.
he's pretty quick. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, sure then. Well,
In game, he was going to take a leak, or
no, I think
Yeah,
he means in
in-game.
game. He's
Okay,
he's
okay.
trying to, yeah. So he says, "Well, we'll just be up the street here. If we get too far and I don't see you, we'll wait." And they just keep going.
Okay.
I kind of give Clank a wink as we pass by, like sneakily.
That's Gale.
No, I give Clank a wink.
Oh, you are okay as they leave.
Yeah,
Okay. So yeah, you would wait there for a moment. Gale, do you want to approach him?
I'll kind of duck into a side alley real quick, and then kind of motion for him to come over to me.
Okay.
I'll go over to Gale.
That way, it looks like you're taking a piss inside of an alley as well. So works
Exactly.
out that way.
Perfect. Gale, Neil lead us to boss. You want me to introduce you, bring you in, or you keep hide?
I'll stay back. You keep going. If anything from the exterior looks suspicious, then I'll make my way in.
Okay. We have signal.
I have a feeling you can
Crow
make a
call?
loud bird. Yeah, I was gonna say I have a
Oh.
feeling you make a loud bird noise.
You make bird noise if you trouble.
Sounds good.
And
Oh, no.
Eldwin, anything happening with Eldwin, or is he hanging back?
Eldwin's
Eldwin was
with
with you guys.
Yeah, Eldwin's
Oh,
with you.
cool.
Carrion
My
is in
bad.
the background, so we won't worry about him.
Cool. Perfect. then I will catch up to the rest of the party.
All right, so Neil leads you up the street to a house that you would see. Does anyone have a passive perception of 14 or over?
Yes, I do.
So you would see a guy kind of hidden up on the roof, keeping an eye out. But Neil would approach the door, knocking. A panel opens up, and a voice says, "You got him here?" And he says, "Yeah, they're here to see the boss. Let us in."
I just kind of say really loudly to the rest of the party, like not yelling, but loud enough that probably Neil can hear me. Hey, watch out! Like, just there's a guy on the roof.
Neil
I'll look up.
would turn around.
Elduin looks up too.
You can make a passive perception if you want to try to look for him. But Neil would say, yeah, well, we got guards, or, just in case someone
Understandable.
tries anything. But yeah, don't worry, it's nothing to do with you all.
Mm-hmm.
But you look
lead
up
on.
and you wouldn't see them. Or wait, did you roll persuasion?
Yeah.
That was a
That was
previous
earlier.
roll.
Yeah, never mind.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
That he did for a second too.
The door would open, and Neil would walk in, and I assume you all follow.
Yep, I'll follow.
Alright, so there are a bunch of shady-looking guys inside. As you walk in, there's people smoking, playing cards. Probably notice a bunch of concealed weapons on them, Ophelia, with your passive perception. Some loaded crossbows laying up against the wall. Definitely getting some, looks from everyone as you go through, but, they just keep doing what they're doing.
When you say loaded, do you mean like with a bolt in and string back?
Yeah, just like
Yeah.
loaded crossbows leaning up against the wall, like they could pick them up and fire them.
Oh. Okay.
But yeah, no one like holding any. They're all,
Yeah. Gotcha.
like against walls or strapped to people's backs. I mean, it's not uncommon for a crossbow to be loaded if someone
Yeah, I gotcha.
is worried about trouble. But you would be led to the back where there's a door, which Neil knocks on and says, I have the Trinity here to speak with you. And a feminine voice would say, I don't know if, feminine voice would say, all right, bring them in. And he opens the
I'm
door.
gonna turn to Marcus and say, "That's weird password. Never heard password like that before."
Me neither.
So yeah, he would open the door. Inside there are several people standing around a desk with an elf on the other side of it. Do any of you have nature knowledge?
Oh,
I would.
I believe I do. As
Yeah,
well.
I do too.
So
No,
nature
I don't.
might tell you something if you're proficient. If you want to make a roll. Well, she definitely looks elven. But that's probably all you get with a 6. Maybe something a little bit odd about her. Almost like she might be 2 different types of elf. But the woman smiles as you walk in. And she says, Holy Trinity, it is good to meet you. My name is Sithril. I'm glad you accepted my invite. Apologies for the last minute invite. But I thought it would be best if I talked to you myself.
Oh, well, glad we can make your acquaintance. It was a little bit jarring, but you have to understand our hesitation a little bit.
Says, yes, I
Neopet's so shiny. That's not normal. That's scary.
He
looks a little
smiles.
Strange, yes.
He smiles, and she also lets out a small laugh and says, yes, we have told him to put a shirt on, but so far he's refused. He gives you a wink. She says, but anyway, so I heard of your fight to get the supplies into town. Then I heard of your fight to save those farmers. And apparently you've done very well so far in fighting off these bandits. I'm hoping you can put some of those skills to work with me. She says,
And
It all depends on what you're asking us to do.
She says, "Well, the is probably obvious. The bandits, the orcs and hobgoblins, have been quite destructive to the town. I'm hoping to figure out where their main base is around here, and maybe put an end to it if possible."
You're saying you want to help the town? Yeah.
She nods.
Right.
She says, "Yes. Defeating these bandits would be good for business for everyone."
I
You
will
say
agree
for
with that.
everyone. What is your business with the town? Why do you need to work from the shadows?
Chaur, not a big town, and it not rich.
She says,
What
"Indeed."
here?
Give me a persuasion check.
Me?
Yeah. Or hammer clank too, if that's fine. She says, "Well, I'll just say that my business aligns with the town recovering from these bandit attacks. I don't really want to get into it, but we'll just say I assume our goals align in that you as well wish to see the town freed from this siege."
That is true, but what kind of methods are you willing? What are you willing to do to find?
Name like Bloodhand, it sounds quite sinister to these folks.
Yeah.
As well, I don't really go around telling the citizens that we're here or what we're up to. She says, "I'll just say I need this place to be tidied up a bit for what I plan to do later."
I'm gonna turn to the rest of the party and say just loud enough for her to hear. I know, trust her.
She says,
"Well, calm down, Clank. We don't know that yet."
I'm willing to help you with this mission, but I have to let you know, if you are going to do anything that we find out is going to hurt anybody in the town or harm their well-being, or do it through nefarious means, we will have to strike you down as well. I will not hesitate to do so. But since you're saying it's for the betterment of the town, I am willing to work with you on this mission.
Give me another persuasion check.
This music does not go with this scenario.
Kind of digging it though.
Yeah, I don't really have time to DJ while I'm doing the storytelling.
Ooh, there you go. There's 20.
So she says, "Well, it was a bit rude, but it's fair enough. As I said, my goals just happen to align with helping this town. So for now, I will just tell you that I need information on where the base is around here, and overall I'm looking for more information on where these bandits are held up. So if you can figure that out, I would pay you handsomely."
Okay. Do you have any leads?
She says, "I do,
How
actually."
handsomely are we talking about?
Says, "Well, for the information, and the information would be, first of all, where the main base, or sorry, where the nearby base is. If you could figure that out, I don't know. There's 4 of you there, right? Or 5?
There's 4 that she can see.
Yeah, Gale's hiding.
Gale
I'm not sure.
Yeah, Gale and Carrion aren't there. So she says, how about 150 gold pieces each for the location of the local base?"
How about 185?
Give me a persuasion check. Seems a bit surprised. She said, "I thought 150 was quite generous." Very well, 185.
I can accept that.
You have access to magical black market if we want magical items.
She says, "Yes, let me just pull it out of the basement." And she gives you a look. She says, "There's no magical black market in this border town, my friend."
Then why you want to be here?
She
There's no
says,
reason for Bloodhand to be here if there's no magical market.
You ask a lot of questions for mercenaries who are getting very much overpaid for what I'm asking. She seems a little bit impatient.
But do you have?
I just want to help find magical items for myself.
She says,
And
well,
nobody in town does. I figure an organization like you has access to other towns that might have these items.
she says we do actually. We have a
That's all I'm
chapter.
asking. I'm not trying to be hostile.
She
I just
says,
want access to that as part of helping you.
well, we do have a chapter in Highguard. It's, a little ways away, but I'm sure I could get you in touch with them. If you have the gold, they would be willing to find things for you.
If we help you, we get that too.
She says yes. At least for this first part of the mission. As I said, 185 gold pieces would be the price to each of you.
And we help town. We know hurt town.
Says, yes, nothing I wish to do would harm the town. You do not have to worry.
Okay.
Can I, with a passive insight of like 15, would I know if she's being truthful?
You can make an active insight, actually, if you want. So you would get a 15 with that. You get the feeling she's being honest, but she might not be telling you everything.
Okay.
She says also, I need, as I said, information about the main base where these hobgoblins where these bandits are held up. If you can find that for me, I'll pay you another 200 gold pieces each, bringing it to
Wait.
385
1
each.
second.
Can you repeat
I'm gonna
that? I'm sorry.
pull out a piece of paper and a pen and hand it to her and say, write down.
Yeah, so she's basically offering you 185 to find their nearby base and another 200 to find their main base. Because she apparently knows they have two bases.
Cool. And she wrote this down for us.
Yeah, sure, we'll say she wrote it down.
Cool. And you get signature, and I sign. I'll sign it and
She
hand
says,
it back to her, asking her to sign it.
She says, one other thing. If you were to find this information, you must not share it with anyone else. It would just be brought to me. So not with the town, not with anyone else who might ask you for it. That would be
Then
my stipulation on this.
Can I ask why?
She says, for 385 gold pieces, you may not ask why. But that is the stipulation.
Not even Blackwater? He's
She-
the most powerful lord of the land.
She pauses for a second. Give me an insight check, Ophelia.
Okay. Let me pull back up.
She says, no, not for Blackwater and not for anyone who might ask. It would just be given to myself and my people.
Eloin pipes up and says, there's a hobgoblin captive. Will that be a problem for you?
A captive? What do you mean?
Nice.
We just helped finish out another raiding party at this barn. We killed most of them, but had one alive just for questioning for the guards.
She says, no. I mean, it's unlikely. Well, she says, no, it shouldn't be a problem.
Should we bring prisoners to you?
She says, no, I just need the information. I wouldn't even take prisoners if you can help it, but of course it's up to you what you wish to do.
So, how is
What would happen? Sorry, go ahead.
So if we give you this information, what are you going? Well, I guess you won't answer that. Well, how's
She
the
says-
town
Here, go ahead.
supposed? I was going. Like, how we can't tell the town, then how are they supposed to fight back against it?
Well, if you are able to find their main base, we can probably take it out either together or perhaps you can take it out yourselves. And at
Take
that,
it out ourselves for an extra 100 gold pieces.
she says, well, whether you wish to involve us in it is up to you. However, I'm assuming they would have spoils there, and if we help, we're going to want a split of the whatever you find at their base. If you
We're
take
not
it out
sure.
or if you take it out yourself, you can do what you want with the spoils.
We're not too
What
sure
would
how many-
happen?
Well, hang
Sorry,
on.
go ahead.
Go ahead, Eltman.
I'm sorry. We're not too sure what their numbers are, though. I imagine reconnaissance would be more of a better idea first.
She says, well, however you wish to approach it, but I would agree. You should probably see what you're getting yourselves into. But first, you must find their base. We've still been unable to do that.
What would happen if we did tell some people about our dealings here?
Well, I would recommend you don't tell people about speaking with me, just because it would be more difficult to maintain a reputation in town. But if you told others about the location, it would void the reward. So I'm only willing to pay you if you keep those locations secret, both the main base and the nearby base.
Why do you have such a bad reputation with the town?
I would rather not get into it, but I have not done anything within this town that anyone would consider illegal. I'll just say that.
Is it because of someone else, possibly?
Give me an insight check.
Insight?
Yeah. You might be able to read something from her reactions. So far, you haven't been too good at it, but she
There's
gets
the rolls.
when you say that, she gets a little bit uncomfortable, and she says, "Listen, I'm going to pay you a lot of gold to get me this info, and I've already said I will not hurt the people of this town. What more do you want from me? I feel like this is a pretty easy job for all of you."
It's not a matter of whether the job is easy or not for us. The whole scenario has made me feel on alert, and I need to know that I can trust you. Because of the reputation that you currently have and how we've met, it already put up red flags to start with. And I'm sorry, it seems like if we're grilling you or questioning you, I just can't do anything that would go against Paylor's teachings. Doesn't matter for who it is. And I'm sorry if I sounded aggressive earlier when I, threatened it, but, we need to make sure that we are doing the best thing for the town. And you seem like you're willing to do what is necessary to help. It's just, I think you can understand our hesitation.
She says,
leading
"Well,
up to this conversation.
I feel like I've already guaranteed that what I wish will help the town in the long run. I would just rather not get into details of why I'm doing
It
these
sounds like
things."
we burn bridges by helping you. So, long term, if we help you, we would need a lot more for burning bridges.
So, Ophelia, give me a persuasion check. She says, "Perhaps burn some bridges, but only if they find out who you're working for. And burning those bridges would still mean access to things like the black market that you need for your magical items." So
14.
Like magic items.
she says,
I really could use an amulet of health. I'm gonna be honest. Being a blood hunter, I'm gonna go down a lot. So having that would really help.
you all suddenly hear a voice in the back of your heads. So yeah, she says, I mean, there are benefits to working with us, and we pay for skill. So if you prove to be valuable allies, you will be well paid and rewarded. I don't know if I can offer much beyond that. That's what I offer anyone who works for me. If you're careful about who you talk to, then you can probably keep your alliance with us a secret. In fact, I would recommend it.
Have we already accepted the deal?
No.
No.
Out of game?
I feel like I can trust her, so I'm willing to.
That was a turnaround.
Well,
Like I will
Do you
after
say-
reading her reactions.
Do you say that out loud? Or is
Yeah, I
that
do.
like
I say
okay.
I think we should take it.
Uh,
I actually do trust her. And
Marcus-
worst case scenario, if things go south, we can take care of it with the
Marcus
blood hand.
will turn to the group and whisper, "We remember Blackwater still wants to talk to us too. We might want to explore his option too."
You're trying to whisper that?
Yeah.
Alright. Let me just check something. Okay. So she kind of senses maybe a little bit of your hesitance. She says, if you need to think about it, I understand. I don't need an answer right now. I just wanted to make the offer and to let you know I was serious. That's why I want to speak with you myself.
It's just that these big decisions require time to, think over. I suggest I would say.
What you think about Blackwater? I know, like, powerful noble with all money who enslave population.
Ophelia, give me another insight check.
Alright.
Okay. She says, I'm not the biggest fan of Blackwater. As you, Clank, I don't have much love for the nobility. I don't know him that well myself. Ophelia, you think that's a lie. That she doesn't know him that well herself.
Okay.
She says, but
I
I don't
don't
have
say
a
anything.
great I don't have a great impression of him.
He take care of town or he hurt town?
She says, well,
Farmer. He helped farmer, he hurt farmer.
I've only been here a short time. But
You've
I
been
mean-
here longer than me.
yes, from what I've seen, he's gathering mercenaries for something, but we don't know much about what he's doing.
But he no use those mercenary to fight siege?
No.
He hurt town.
Yes, indeed. He's used them for whatever his own ends are. We don't know, as I said, too much about that.
Interesting. Interesting. Thank you, Cithril. We appreciate time. We talk, we meet. Where we meet late, or how we message you later when we talk more.
Well, I shall be here, so you can come speak with me. Neil is generally at the Darkwater. It's probably easiest to get in touch with him. He does a lot of, work over there.
Push-ups.
Yeah, sure, push-ups. He says, you know it. So, I would say just get in touch with him and he'll get your message to me.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
And I hope to hear from you soon. Again, I would keep this meeting secret if I were you. And Neil would say, all right, let me escort you all out.
Oh, wait, before we go, did I get signature on paper?
Do you want to?
Oh,
Contract.
yeah,
gonna-
so, well, she says, why don't we wait till we actually agree to this before
Okay.
I sign anything? Or till you agree to this, I should say.
Very good. Thank you,
Okay.
Cithril.
She nods.
Before we leave, Eldwin's is gonna turn back and speak to her in Elvish. Next time we meet, can you get your boy toy there a shirt?
She laughs and says back to you in Elvish, you're welcome to try. We haven't been successful so far. And Neil just
I
kind of looks at the
also-
two of you. Does anyone else speak Elvish?
I do.
Alright, so you know what they said.
Yeah. I also.
Oh, I
joined
speak
an
Elvish too. Forgot.
Apparently everyone speaks Elvish, alright.
Yeah, I joined an Elvish too and say it was actually a pleasure meeting you, and I do look forward to talking again.
I say in Elvish, yep, see ya.
Neil says, "Are you all
Cheers.
making fun of me? I heard my name in there." Sithral smiles at him and says, "Just lead them out, please." And he nods. All right, so you are all led out of the base as the door closes and locks behind you, and you're back outside.
Okay.
All right. Well, then I say we just start heading back to the Maplewood.
Okay, and I assume Gail's going to rejoin the party on the way.
Seeing that they made it out alive and not in pieces, yeah, I'll join them.
Okay.
And I guess we can just fill Gale and Carrie in on what happened, right? We can just
Yeah,
relate
you can
that.
just say that you tell them. That's fine.
Yeah.
So you retreat to your Maplewood Inn stronghold.
Yeah. As soon as we get in, though, I want to say I actually trust Cithril. I actually have more concerns now about Lord Blackwater. I thought the Blood Hand might be a concern, and I don't know why I'm suddenly shifting, and I have serious doubts about Blackwater and the whole thing about him doing the excavations and looking through archaeology and hanging everyone off. It seems very, very suspicious to me, and I think we should probably go talk with him, but I don't trust him.
You didn't trust the Blood Hand before either. Remember?
Well, I trust her now.
Well, you
All
might
right,
trust
so
him.
Word.
once, hold on. Once they start mentioning their distrust of Blackwater, I've had something been picking at the back of my mind, so I'll kind of step forward and Gale will say, "You're probably right not to trust Blackwater. He not too long ago, before you met me, he sent me out on a mission to go and retrieve something from him. After giving it to him, the people who've been attacking the town showed up shortly after. And something's been bugging me. The thing that I retrieved for him had the exact same symbol that the people had, that the attackers have."
Interesting. You think they might
Uh,
have stolen something or something they want back?
I don't know, but just adds more suspicion onto the alignment of Blackwater.
Well,
What his intentions are.
I still say we still go meet with him tomorrow. Even then, we might still get some valuable information talking with him, just like we did with the Blood Hands.
Those in power use power to hold power.
I do know nobility pretty well from living with them and growing up.
Wise words, my little friend.
Wise words indeed.
But I'm tired, peeps. Well, not peeps actually. That's me. Marcus.
You and Ophelia are the only peeps here. The rest of us are a bunch of freaks.
Yeah. Well, Marcus say.
I am beautiful. I don't know about.
But Marcus will probably yawn and be like, "Well, I'm beat. I think we'll go ahead up and rest." Look.
Oh, I also, real quick, Marcus, before you go, I share that I also met with the wizard Doru, and just so that they're aware of his existence, about my cloak and what a good help he was.
Ooh. Maybe he helped me find Pearl.
He's a wizard, Marcus.
You're a wizard, Marcus.
You're a wizard.
All right, so are you all going to bed?
Marcus is.
Yeah.
So we have to figure out expenses. You can choose how you want to live, and you basically pay that per day. You got the first day free, but from drinking today and all the eating and just taxes in general. I assume you do modest, but you can go up to comfortable if you want to say you were eating and drinking a little bit better. Being or spending enough to do comfortable does get you benefits over time if you record how many days you do it.
I'm gonna go for comfortable.
Clank's
Yeah.
using comfortable.
All right. So
Marcus using
if you do comfortable, just keep track of how many days you've done that as a lifestyle. So go ahead and spend your upkeep for the day, whatever you want to spend, and you would go to bed for the evening. Do we want to take a quick break?
Sounds good to
I
me.
know we're already at 8 o'clock, but yeah, let's do like restrooms and such. I'll be back in a little bit.
All right.
And subtract the gold pieces.
I got Blackwater signature.
Gail's been living out in the forest for the last like 3 months, so he's gonna take whatever chance he can.
You're all going comfortable.
We're celebrities. Gold doesn't work when you're
Matt,
dead.
could you ever give
But
me
yeah,
that gold from the payout from Shock?
Yeah. Oh, well, yeah. I'll give it to you. It's in the bag of holding.
How much gold piece? Do you remember how many gold pieces it was? Was it 50?
Oh, let me check.
but I getting a flow of magic items would be really nice. Considering that I need Constitution and I need hit points in order for me to work really well. So one of the first things that I'm gonna gun for if I ever see it is an amulet of health.
You put that in on your wish list.
I
I
didn't know
think
we were
it's
allowed to make
70
them.
coins.
Clank can
70
make stuff,
coins.
right?
So if you check out the party tab in Discord,
I sent you everything via text. Do you want me to put it in the party chat as well?
you should definitely put it in the party chat. But you can list your wish list, and I would say have like a few uncommon up to like very rare items,
Mhm.
and sometimes we find those in the world.
All right.
It's something Lou does that I think works really well.
All right. Priority would be
But yeah, Amulet of Health, I understand that, especially as a blood hunter.
I gotta pull up our texts, my outs. There's a couple. I think that's just shared
Oh man,
immediately.
we had like a list of 20, I feel like.
Dude, there was a lot. There was some really cool stuff though.
Yeah. But it's always fun to look through. And I think I have written down 70 gold pieces.
From what? Oops. I did not want to do that.
uh,
What about 70 gold pieces, Matt?
We split that 4 ways, 3 ways for
This is when it
everybody
was just the
else.
3 of us, and I thought
Yeah,
everybody got like 50 gold,
okay.
and they wanted half of it, Shock and Melody, because they said something like it's 75 gold or something weird like that,
Melody
or 100
wanted
gold.
100 gold
100 gold.
pieces to set up her shop. I gave her 50. And Marcus gave her
Marcus gave
25,
her.
and I think we assumed you would give her 25. So I think it was a total of 50. Yeah,
So I have 25 gold left over that you've given me that I can
yeah.
add back. Okay. Yeah, I couldn't remember. It was a while ago, and it's what,
Yeah.
2 or 3 weeks ago, and I couldn't remember. Payout from that. I figured we would just get it. I'm trying to do so much here. 89th of summer. I'm already at a page and a half. It's been a lot of lore this session.
Yeah,
A lot of
there's been a
talking.
lot of RP, which I appreciate. And I'm sorry that you haven't fought anything.
No, I'm not. I like this part of it too. So that's okay. There we go. Wish list. Amulet of the Devout. I gotta go through.
Beads of the Devout. I bet you can't make an entire wish list of things of the Devout.
Gauntlets of Ogre Power. Guardian Emblem.
Because I always try to chart out my characters and the path I want to take them down. So
Yeah.
I do that without magic items. So if I get magic items, that completely changes the trajectory and allows me to actually
Have a little more
reroute some
flexibility.
of. Yeah, it allows me to reroute some things.
Yeah. The only thing I want, if you guys ever come across it, is an all-purpose tool. I don't need anything besides that.
No.
I mean, recipe for Goggles of the Night. I don't think many of us have dark vision, but
I have dark vision. Don't know about the rest of you.
okay, so two of us have dark vision.
Yeah, I don't.
Shatterkai and yeah,
What was
Furbolg.
last?
Furbolgs don't have dark vision, actually.
No? Oh, I thought they did.
Is it just me?
Yeah, none of us have it.
Well, tiefling.
Ah, yes,
Yeah.
yeah. So, two of the six of us.
Mm-hmm.
We won't be super sneaky, but that's okay.
See, if I can get the... So what I was going to do for my current trajectory is I was going to pump a lot into Constitution. Because I currently
That's gonna buff your pool.
Yeah, I currently sit at a 0 Constitution.
Oh, dude, I'm sitting at
Oh.
17
That
right
hurts.
now. Or so
Shoot.
plus 3. Almost plus 4.
So my strength, I can just boost that and then just fill out that because that's what I really need to do being a fighter. Is I just need to boost then my strength and my intelligence. Charisma I can give a rat's ass about. He's genuinely not a very charismatic guy.
Not Ophelia over here.
All right, I'm back.
I'll probably put like 1 or 2 into it just to like, give growth, but aside from that, yeah. He'll be an average character.
Modifier.
But yeah, I really need to buff my Constitution, and after that comes Strength and Intelligence, because Intelligence is the majority of my modifiers.
I didn't know that. That's cool. A third class with int build.
Well, you can choose with Blood Hunter. You can go Wisdom or Intelligence. I went with Intelligence because I prefer a more tactful character.
Yeah.
I need to buff everything.
I want to max out my wisdom and constitution.
Market's pretty well-rounded, so I need to buff everything.
I want to get my wisdom to 20 stat.
Alright, so it is the 89th of summer as the evening is passing. Do you want to go to bed early to get your rest time a little bit different?
Yeah, Marcus is going to bed.
Cool.
Like, what time in the morning do you want your 24-hour long rest to be? Right now it's 10 a.m.
6 a.m.
6 a.m.? All right.
That's what I like waking up early.
Marcus sleeps
I don't
in.
know about everybody else.
He's gonna be sleeping until like 9 or about 9.
All right. Because you can only benefit from a long rest once a day, so I just need to know what time that's going to
Yeah.
be. You want it
9
to be
a.m.,
6 or
a.m.
9. It just means that you have to make sure you would go to bed by 11 because you need the 8 hours. Or 10? Yeah, 10. So you want it to be 6 or 9? What do you think?
That's up to y'all.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, 9.
9.
Cool.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, 9.
All right, 9 a.m. So you awaken at 9 a.m. on the next day. Did you stay in town now that you're doing comfortable, Gale, at the stronghold?
Yeah, I would have stayed with them.
Okay. So you get a room at the inn, and you all awaken, head down to your little base of operations, where your 2 of your 3 NPCs are. Seems
After
like
Ophelia
Melody.
leaves her room, could
Yeah.
I sneak into her room and touch her pillow and make it smell like farts?
Well, do you have a way of picking her lock open?
I got thieves' tools.
All right. So it's probably not too hard to break into her room. Go ahead and give me a thieves' tools check, DC 5. These are not the best locks. Yeah. So you sneak into a room and make her pillow smell like farts.
This is against
Thank you.
This is Ophelia?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, that's funny.
What do you use to do that? Just out of curiosity.
I'm going to use one of my artificer tinker. Where is it? It's magic tinkering. There it is.
All right. Which paragraph am I looking at? Oh, I see. You're continually emits your choice of an odor. And this just keeps happening until you change it.
Yeah.
Alright, you give her a stinky pillow. That's fine. So otherwise, I assume you all meet downstairs in the morning.
Yeah, Marcus go down there, drink some orange juice or whatever.
Alright, yeah, you get some, maybe some coffee and something from the tavern, maybe some breakfast. Living comfortably, you could probably get coffee. Not everyone can, but it's more of a luxury item.
Do they have sugar?
Probably not. Probably you'd have to be a step up, and this town doesn't have that option. So you probably just have coffee.
Yeah, it's probably in the capital, like rich people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, you drink your coffee, have some breakfast. What does the group want to do?
Well, we got a meeting with Blackwater. When you guys want to go meet him?
I'm ready to go now if you guys are.
You guys, how about we
Go
meet
meet
now?
I'm
Everyone-
ready when you are.
Well,
I have nothing to do today.
all right then. Let's not waste time then.
Pitter patter.
Alright,
Let's get at her.
So you're heading over to the Blackwater estate. First thing in the morning. Alright, so as you get close, you would notice that, well, you see the fields here of people working them. Looks like a farmland, maybe towards the end of the harvest. As you get closer, you would see that he has a bunch of guards around his estate. They don't look like town guards, probably private mercenaries. One of them, well, 2 of them are at the gate, and they stop you and ask, what is your business here, friends?
Can we say that we brought his letter?
Yeah, sure. You show him the letter.
I'm carrying his letter.
Yeah, I'll motion to Clank too. We're here on Blackwater's request to meet him. He wishes to talk to us. Now, motion to Clank to show him the letter.
I'm just gonna pull out the scroll case to show
Okay.
the scroll case.
He says, "May I see the letter, please?"
I guess. And then I'll unscroll the scroll and give it to him.
A little bit cheeky about it. He will take the scroll, reading it, and say, "Wait here a moment." And he will head into the.
Does he take the scroll with him?
Yes, unless you're gonna say
Oh.
something.
Don't take the scroll with you. We'll hold the scroll. You go in.
He stops. He says, "Well, I was just going to make sure the scroll was
That's my paper.
sent by him."
He will tell you.
Give me a persuasion check. He looks at you, he looks at the scroll, and then he just turns around and walks in with it. A moment later, let's say like maybe 5 minutes or so pass, he comes back out. He would hand you back the scroll, Clank, and he says, "All right, follow me."
I take it angrily.
How dare
You're
you,
lucky
sir.
Marcus held me back.
Yeah. So the guard would lead you inside, into the main hall area, which appears like it's kind of been converted to hold a bunch of supplies, and looks like there's a bunch of bookcases here as well, with a whole lot of mercenaries busy. Looks like moving some of the supplies, and some of them are studying some of the books. But the the guard will lead you up to a man who smiles and bows, and he says,
Can I,
yeah.
real quick before that, can I look and see if I notice any of the titles of the books? As you're walking by.
So he's not really leading you near where the books are, because they're kind of in the back of the hall. I guess you can give me a perception, see if you see anything. Well, it looks like there's several history books. You do notice one book that looks like it is on necromantic magic, which is a little strange. Necrotic energies and necromantic magic. But he would lead you to a kind of gaunt individual who's tall, who would bow and say, "Greetings, Holy Trinity. I am Lord Blackwater. Thank you for responding to my summons." He says, "It's good to meet you."
Who made you Lord?
Who made me Lord? Well, I don't know. I guess I inherited the title from my family. And who might you be, friend? Actually, what is your race again?
Kenku.
He says, "Who might you be, good Kenku?"
I pull out a hammer and hammer on my sword to make that clank sound.
Do I kind of take notice that he actually knows what a Kenku is?
You might find that a little surprising. He's the first person who is referred to your friend as a Kenku.
Okay.
So you're knowledgeable of his people, and
He looks to you.
I'm
He says,
surprised.
"Oh yes, I am fairly well versed in matters of nature, as well as uh well, yes, I'm fairly well versed in the races that live in the area, even those outside of the settlements."
yes, you seem like a quite knowledgeable man. You've heard some tales that you are quite the artifact hunter, or you take great interest in archaeology.
He says, "Yes, I am certainly fascinated by the past. There is quite a lot to learn when you look through the remains of the cataclysms and the empires that have come and gone. I know many don't believe in the cataclysms, but they are foolish. There are indeed magical energies that destroy the world and leave a lot of evidence behind. I enjoy
What type of
sifting through
magical
that."
energies?
He says, "Well, not much is known about that, and luckily I was not born during the time of the cataclysm, but there are lots of theories. Still, I don't think you came here to listen to me talk about my theories of the end times."
We
Yes,
got notes.
Yes, we got your letter. You said you had a task for us or a job.
Yes, I am hoping that through your help, we can improve the situation for the citizens of Chaur. I know that you are skilled mercenaries and have already bested the bandits several times already. I was just hoping you can continue that. I'm hoping to figure out where they're coming from to root them out, and I'm willing to pay quite well for the information.
Okay.
How much would you
Uh,
pay?
He says, so all six of you are there, right?
Yeah.
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 I could probably pay you 200 gold each.
Oh.
He says
How about
to find the main base of these bandits, at least
how about
where they're attacking from.
how about 220?
Give me a persuasion check.
Clank's gonna make a cash register ka-ching after Marcus says that.
He says, how about 225? And he smiles.
Oh, you're quite the bargainer, Mister Blackwater.
He laughs. He says, well, thank you. 225 to find me the base that they're attacking the town from. With the help of my mercenaries, I think we can rout it.
You have access to magic item
He
if
looks
we
at
want to
you.
buy magic item.
He says, my apologies, but I'm not currently willing to trade any of my magical items. They all are important to me.
What if we were to complete this task work? Would you be willing to trade then?
Well, I want to shop for my own item.
He says, well, when it comes to
I doubt you
magical...
have what
Go
I
ahead.
want.
He says, yes, when it comes to magical items, those who want them can usually afford them, but those who have them don't always want to sell, as the power they give is more often something that can't be easily obtained, if that makes sense.
So you help us find magic items we want.
He says, well, I wouldn't be willing to trade mine, but it's possible that these bandits may have encountered some. Perhaps if we're able to rout them, we can get some magical items from them.
So you want us to steal magic items rather than help us find them? I understand. Okay.
If it's from the bandits, then
He looks at you a
I'm
little
completely fine
curiously.
with
He
taking.
says, well, if you wish them to keep their items after you arrest them, I suppose that's an option as well. But I feel that if they're...
No. I see. I understand. It's okay.
He says, so that is what I would be asking, to help find their primary, or their base that they've been attacking the town from, and maybe find some information about where they're, if they have another base that we could look into.
Do you have any leads, Mister Blackwater?
He says, no, unfortunately, I've been unable to secure any information as of yet, but I'm hoping that you all can work on that.
Elduin kind of pipes up and says, have you not heard about the hobgoblin captive then?
He says, no. Should I have?
Well, it's quite...
I don't know. Should you have? You most powerful noble in land.
I would imagine you saw the crowd yesterday when we came back after saving the barn.
I heard of your battle at the barn, but I didn't get any information about captives. Maybe if I assume they've taken him prisoner, maybe you can question him at the jail. Maybe you'll be able to get some information from him.
So I'm like recalling that there was like the symbols that Gale was talking about. Do I notice any of those symbols around the place that he was talking about?
Gale?
When Gale was talking about, he said there were symbols
I mean, so there are symbols around here, but it's hard to, Gale would probably know better than you would. And Gale, you probably haven't seen any of the symbols of the group that had attacked the town.
But there's nothing else in here that may catch my interest.
So do you have history?
I do, yes. I also have advantage on it.
Give me
So do I.
Oh,
give me a history check.
I'm also proficient in history.
Which is
That's only an 11.
Advantage though, you said, right? So
What
you get to
gives
roll a
you
second one.
what gives you advantage on that? It did roll twice for him. It just
Oh,
only showed
okay.
one.
One, yeah, I see.
Can
I
you
don't
link the ability that gives you advantage on those?
To recall information about Fey, Fiends, or Undead.
Oh, so not necessarily history, just
Yep,
certain-
only information about. So the first one was it's an 11 overall, but the
Yeah.
first one, according to this one, landed was a 9.
So there's a couple of impressive art objects in his main hall that you can tell have come from past. You think they are from the Therian Empire, which is a empire that existed during the previous cycle. In fact, you'd probably notice he's wearing a ring on his finger that also looks like it is Therian in origin.
All right.
Didn't we back when we were escorting the carriage? Didn't we pick up like a symbol or something, like a badge?
You did.
Oh,
You
from
found
across the thing.
you found a button with a strange marking on it, but I don't think you knew what it was.
I still have it. I am actually the one that picked it up, right? I believe.
I guess if it's in your inventory. Who is the other one with history?
Me.
Marcus.
Go ahead and give me a roll.
Oh,
Let's see what you
and
lose.
Ophelia. Everybody.
Everyone's a history nut. Alright, well, Ophelia doesn't really know anything.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Crap.
Alright, apparently neither
knows
does
just
Marcus.
much.
Wait, if you have training, why are you a 1? It should be at least a 2.
I don't know. I have -1 intelligence.
Oh, okay, so you're trained, you're just really bad at it. Alright.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Alright. So he
I
says
didn't add the button. If anybody else has it in their inventory, I didn't. I thought I picked it up when we were inspecting, but I don't know if anybody else has it.
Let me see. I think I might have it. Yeah, I picked up. I put strange badge symbol in my inventory.
yeah, it was a button, but that's fine too.
Oh, okay, bad.
So Lord Blackwater would say, my only ask is that for now, do not share the information you find with anyone on if you do find out where this base is.
Okay.
He says, I worry that there might be spies among the townsfolk. And Ophelia, with your insight, you don't fully believe him.
Okay.
Can I make an insight too if I see if this guy's trustworthy or anything?
Sure. I mean,
Crit.
so
Nice.
I mean, you don't feel like you'd probably get the same thought as Philia when he says, don't tell anyone because they might have spies. You think there's more to it, and he's not telling everything. Other than that, he seems like he's been pretty honest, at least from the stuff that you've asked him. So is this price acceptable? Would you be willing to look into this for me so we can help the town?
You'll
Are
have
we
to
able
think.
to think it over and get back to you?
Of course. He seems a little surprised. He says, although I don't think you should take too long. I mean, the town is in a bit of trouble, and we have to get working to get rid of the siege and help everyone.
I hear you,
Of
Hire.
course.
He
Yeah.
says,
Yeah, I understand.
is there something in particular you need to think about? I feel 225 each is a very high price for this type of work.
It is. It's very generous, sir. We have a lot to think about and a lot of strategies and a lot of clues we gotta look over, and we just wish to go over everything before we accept any deals. If
We
it's
always
understandable.
talk as a group before we make any decisions by ourselves to see if it's the right decision, and we're not
Ophelia, no
having this
like taking
discussion.
money. Ophelia, no like taking money from people.
I
This
just
So
is
want to do what's best for the town, and I
yes.
understand what you're saying, and I would love to help, but it's something that we need to discuss with the group by ourselves first. So we can let you know today, but it's something that we would need to discuss.
well, as soon as you can. I would prefer to get rid of these bandits so things can go back to normal.
Real quick, sir. I found this button when we were exploring the carriages. I think it's from one of possibly a connection to the bandits, and I handed him this strange symbol button.
He says, "Oh, yes. This is Drow."
Drow. Oh yeah, right, Drow.
He says,
You
"Dark
think?
elf." Yes.
Do you think there's any connection with the bandits? Like, it seems weird that Drow would be any form kind of connected to these bandits.
He says, "No, I maybe it was just some strange oddity lost in the weeds by one of the past caravans. I don't see how this could be connected to the bandits attacking the town now, though."
Can I roll an insight? See if
Sure.
he.
Give me an insight check. Yeah, you believe him.
Okay.
Do I know
What?
anything about Drow?
Yeah, I
Uh,
was gonna ask the same thing.
you could give me
Yeah,
a nature check.
nature.
Do we have to be proficient in nature to roll it?
You'll definitely know a lot more if you are.
Drow are considered Fey, right?
Are elves
Because
considered
the
Fey?
elves are considered Fey.
Then yes. If
And I
elves are
would have
Fey now.
advantage.
I thought elves were humanoid.
I
I
think they're
think they're both.
Fey and Fey and ancestry. I cannot say that.
I'm gonna Google it super quick. Eladrin, like all elves, have the Fey ancestry trait, which means that they aren't Fey themselves; they are just descended from them.
Fully humanoid.
They're humanoid.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, I think they are considered humanoid still. Just that they descend from Fey. I think Eladrin are a special type of elf that do have Fey, or are Fey maybe. But yeah, I don't think elves are.
Okay. 9.
So yeah,
Or wait, that was the wrong one. It's the same modifier, anyways. So yeah, 9.
yeah, you know, it's one of the house symbols of one of the deep Drow households, probably a noble symbol, but you don't know much about its origins.
All right.
And Galwar, you have training in history, right?
No, just the advantage.
Okay. So yeah, that's probably all you get with a 9.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Mr. Blackwater, we will think over this often. We will get back to you soon, as soon as possible.
This is excellent. Well, you know where I live, so please hurry. I want to start working on this as soon as possible.
Completely understandable, sir. Well, I'll give him like a noble bow, what the nobles do. And-
Elduin, did you want to say anything?
No, not really.
All right, so you keep quiet for the time being. So he says, I welcome you to come back whenever you need to. My doors will be opened. I'll let my mercenaries know to just let you in. And with that, they would escort you out unless there's anything else you want to do.
Nope, I'm good.
Okay.
So Hunter's Bane is the thing that gives me advantage. That's what I was looking for. So it's whenever I am dealing with anything for about Fey, Fiends, or Undead.
Okay.
That's what gives me my advantage on everything.
All right,
I just had
gotcha.
to find it.
So as you're leaving, you're kind of walking down the road here when you bump into the farmer from yesterday, the one you saved. He would say, Holy Trinity, I wanted to speak with you.
Oh, how are you, sir? Last time we saw you weren't in the best condition. Hopefully
Yeah,
you're
how are you
okay.
feeling?
He says, I feel terrible, but I'm alive. I'm guessing it'll be a few days before I'm 100%. But listen, I wanted to tell you of something that I overheard while captured. He says, the orcs, or not the orcs, the hobgoblins were speaking in common, and they were discussing some of the farms in the area. I recognize some of the landmarks they were using, and I think I know where some of their. I don't know if it's. I don't know what the significance is, but I think I know where some of their people might be holed up. I think they might be
Hmm.
using some of the farms as places to conduct their attacks from.
Oh. And knowing the land, would you know where these farms might be?
He says, yes, but this is probably where we have to end because we're a bit over. So
Can
Cliffhanger.
you draw a map?
Before we go, I want to
Cliffhanger.
say, has he told anyone? And if not, he should keep this information to himself.
he says, no, but I can do that. I definitely owe you for saving me and my family, so he's fine with that.
Okay,
And
I'll
let's
leave it on that
do
note.
MVP votes. So give me a whisper. Good job, everyone. I know it was a little bit of a
Dash
slower game. No
Yeah,
combat,
it's fine.
but lots of RP.
It's all good. That's the fun part about it.
Yeah, well, depending on who you ask, for sure. I know some people want to get to the next battle, so. But you did establish
like
your first stronghold and got a bunch of rep with the town, so that's good.
We had 5 minutes of combat in the very beginning. What are you talking about?
Oh, yeah, true. True. I guess it wasn't totally devoid. Just beat
I
up
got one
a
attack
poor
in.
hobgoblin.
You don't want to attack it. Yeah.
This is the command in case you have forgotten. It's just without the parentheses.
That's usually me.
I got 3 votes so far.
Hey, come on, guys. Be in.
4 votes. Damn it, Gale. All right. Well, with 2 votes, Ophelia, you're the MVP. It was kind of a split vote.
Oh,
So, Ophelia, well done.
I did a thing.
So you get an inspiration point.
We're proud of you,
I'm up,
Ophelia.
well, I'm up to fucking 4. Wow.
Gotta start
Oh, I
using
get one.
things.
I get one for being scribed too, right?
After you post. Once you post, you can give yourself 1.
Oh, well, I'm just gonna add it now because it's done and I'm about to post it.
That's fine. As long as it ends up there.
It's only freaking 2.5 pages.
Puppy
Okay,
dog.
or just 2 full pages. Whatever, good enough.
That's a nice dog.
I'm a good dog, eh?
She's a very shy German Shepherd who lets me hold her because she is a baby.
Wait, what's a nice dog? Oh, I see. You have your camera. Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not looking at the cameras.
Fuck,
Yeah.
I miss my dog so fucking much.
Yeah.
I got boxers. They're you can't run away from them if you try.
Yeah, I have my huskies. Unfortunately, one of them just went blind.
Oh.
That's not good.
Yeah, and he's only like a year old too, so it's really sad. He has some kind of autoimmune disease, but
Yeah,
we're doing what we
I
can.
had a
Right.
growing up and fucking love that dog.
Yeah.
Matt knew that dog. Matt, you knew Misha.
Yeah, I knew Misha.
Wait, did you say you had
I
a
like
blind
sitting
dog?
outside.
No. It was a pure Siberian Husky. She ended up actually getting blind real sick towards the end, but she lived like 12 years, 13 years.
Yeah, we have 3 huskies. Well, we have 2 huskies and one who's a mutt. My one is like 9, so he's getting up there, and this one is like a year old.
Super high energy.
Well, he was. Now he's
Upgrading.
kind of depressed now. He was really high
Uh,
energy. I think he's really sad about not being able to see.
Yeah, our neighbor has a great. Oh my God, what's the dog that usually has the barrel on its neck that's used for rescuing
Oh,
scares?
Saint
Saint
Bernard.
Bernard.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a giant Saint Bernard that's blind, sweet as can be, but it's like he's like can't see, so he's like trying to come over and say hi, and he like wanders over, and then just like we'll be walking and just like walk into a trash can. He's like, oh,
Yeah,
he's
that's what my dog's doing now. He's figuring that out.
Mm-hmm. At least they got their sniffers, so they're not totally blind.
Yeah, yeah.
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 all right.
Yeah. Well, we'll see.
Journal updated, gents.
There. Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I'm just taking some notes, but if anyone needs to take off, feel free. But you can also hang out.
Alright.
It's up to you.
How?
Well, I need to be up in a couple hours, so.
Yeah, I got
Enjoy.
to
I need Freya.
Adios.
Yeah.
Alright, good
See you
night.
next week.
Peace.
Have a good night, guys.
Good night,
Take
everyone.
care.
I think we can definitely agree, Matt. I don't trust Blackwater.
I don't either. I mean, you know me personally, but
Oh, I didn't even get to
Yeah.
say we're still in the fields about the necromancy book either. That seems pretty sus. Just saying, Palor would not be okay with that. I feel.
I think you're the only one who saw that. I'm curious what this cursed church is.
Wait, on the map?
Yeah,
Oh.
I have never explored that before or heard anything about it. But I wanted to ask Blackwater about, what he knew about the Blood Hand.
I also wanted to ask him about necromancy, but I'm trying to keep my cards close to my chest at this point.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I'm gonna take off, Mikey.
Yeah. All
One
right, bud.
time.
Talk to you
Lou,
later.
thanks for everything, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Glad you had fun. I'll see you next time.
Take care.
I'll see you next week, Lou. Have a good one.
Yeah. Take it easy.
All right, take it easy.